NFL head coach 09 returns again. It is part 2 of the first offseason, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. NFL head coach has given us a pretty fun experience so far. And yesterday I started my first real offseason in this game. And I got to see a bit of what it's all about. We got to free agency after about 2.5 hours. So here we are, still with much to do in the offseason, and I'm excited to get to my first draft in the series, and hopefully I can make some good decisions for this team. We are just going to get through the offseason today. Unless things run short, like less than 2 hours, we're not going to get to preseason in this stream. There's just so much to the offseason. It's going to take 2 streams to get it done. And we'll continue here after we've pretty much done what we have to do in free agency. I expect today to be mostly draft focused. So with that, everybody, welcome to today's action as the chat fills up here in the stream. Let me just get some things situated here. What's going on, Zach, Isaac, Jimmy, Colton? What did you miss in the last stream? So, in the previous stream, to begin the offseason, basically we went through all of a lot of the draft process. You have the Senior All-Star Game, which is a lot like the Senior Bowl. It's another chance to scout. That's followed by the Combine, where you get some physical traits on players, and you also learn about their personalities. And from there, it took us to free agency. And we're still 52 days away from the draft, which means we still have more draft prep to do. We have pro day results. We have, I believe, some individual workouts. So we'll finalize scouting reports and get a plan for this year's draft. So get ready for part 2 of the offseason, everybody. I can't believe I had to split it up like this. Last night it was like 8:30, and I'm like, I'm not getting very far in the next hour, I can tell you that much. So, had to call it there. I did get fired, yes, from the Dolphins. So, now I have Matt Ryan as my quarterback instead of Chad Henne. I have Roddy White as my number 1 receiver instead of Ted Ginn. I have more talent on defense to work with. I have a pretty good offensive line. I mean, it compares well to what the Dolphins had, although Jake Long's better than anybody we have on this team. But still, the Falcons give us a much better chance of success, I feel. I haven't gotten to the trading yet, so I haven't tried trading for Tab Perry yet, but that will happen today. I'll try to make it happen, but with no 7th round pick already, I have to be careful with what I'm willing to give up. I would prefer maybe a player-for-player swap if it all works out. Now, I went through yesterday's stream. I already edited that down. This will be added on to that video for the second channel, of course, which will be on the channel tomorrow. But that first stream, I was able to cut it down to 25 minutes, which I think is pretty good. A lot of my off seasons that I do in this kind of a format or a more live format end up being like 40-50 minutes, so I think that it'll be pretty normal for the second channel. Play alternate from the audio library, you got it. So I worked on some other content today. I don't have anything done right now. I did editing for the stream last night, and I did editing for the Broncos franchise. And we're going to get through the end of the year this coming week. 2 more games, off-season recap, live stream Saturday, Madden 20 off-season with the Denver Broncos. Am I going to upload more MLB The Show? I'm sure at some point, but right now I've had plenty to work on. And the NFL head coach stuff, like, it was just a little experiment, and it's working. So I'm putting more time into it than I expected at the very beginning. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about Will Forks overall. Like, I can look at overall and be like, okay, I know why that doesn't matter to me. I don't really care what it says in game. Like, I have one gap penetrator as our focus, and that's not Vince Wilfork at all. But if I change it to run stopping nose tackle, that's just going to tank the overall for the pass rusher I eventually get. So I can translate it all and tell what it means to me. I don't need the game to always replicate that, because it can't be perfect anyway. What's going on, Not the Expert? Did your copy come in yet? So you can begin your wishbone offense and have your fullbacks lead the way for a successful time in the NFL. Man, I wish the camera didn't pick up the fact that I haven't shaved in a little bit. It's really annoying. I would prefer to shave like once every couple months. You played some off camera? Yeah, it's slow. The menu, like, it's physically slow and time consuming to go through a lot of the details in here. It's something that you really gotta, you just gotta learn the game so you can know where you can save time, because not everything that pops up on the clipboard is necessary. Like the coach upgrades, like, you don't have to do it every time it comes up. You can skip it and just go to it when you want to. But yeah, this game will eat up some time if that's what you're looking for. I can't grow a beard. Like, the hair physically grows, but then it just pauses after a while. And then, you know, it ain't good. I'm doing y'all a favor every time I shave. Yeah, there's a lot of lags and stutters, and I've obviously seen a couple freezes, so you want to make sure you save all the time. The autosaves have done well, but don't trust them. Never trust them. I'm telling you, if the hairline ever goes, I'm not going to try to power through it. I will go bald before I deal with a receding hairline. I will go bald. I wonder if I could pull it off. Would it be a good look for me? Yep, AI, like, the gameplay itself, you know, it's nowhere even near where Madden is. And it's very rough around the edges. You just kind of gotta to deal with it and maybe not focus too much on it. Although that's, like, you know, a big part of these games is the gameplay. But in a game like Head Coach, it's really about the features. We'll be starting up pretty soon here. I always talk for a little bit as the stream fills up. Thank you for the super chat. Chargers belong in San Diego. I wish they were still there. I like San Diego. Should the Chargers get Cam or stick with Taylor or draft a quarterback? I'd say either A or C there. If they got Cam, that's fine. They have a win now roster, honestly. If you get a rookie quarterback, you're basically saying, well, here's a year of our defense in their prime where we're not going to do much. Like, your expectations with a rookie really can't be that high. The Bengals aren't going to be like, you know, a playoff team this year, I wouldn't think. Just because they might get Joe Burrow. That's one of my things, like, this stuff don't last forever. Player primes in the NFL, they're gone before you know it. You know, we've seen a lot of solid players, you know, a good 7-year run. You see a player perform well as a rookie and you assume, okay, for the next decade plus, this guy's a star. No, that doesn't happen very often. And so when you have talent like the Chargers do, how can you just say, okay, this year dedicated solely to a rookie quarterback? Like, if they get third pick at a quarterback, they don't get Tua, they don't get Burrow. After that, I'd just be like, oh, Cam is so much better. I'm not really sure what Washington should do because, you know, Haskins came in, didn't have a lot of experience to begin with, so you couldn't have high expectations. He came in, and he did improve over the course of his starts. But now, new head coach, it really depends on what they think. I mean, it's not like it would be unprecedented for them to move on and get Tua. They have number 2 pick. So there you go. How do you become a channel member? There's a join tab. It should be near the subscribe button. And that channel membership, it is $4.99, $5 a month. It's a way to support the channel. It unlocks a few channel member perks. Some early videos from time to time. You'll get to watch some Broncos franchise a bit early, or Kalispell. You get the channel member live stream every month, which March's was yesterday. And you also get access to the emotes. Do I like Daniel Jones? Not really. Not a ton. I have not played Road to the Show in a couple years. I've had people tell me it's gotten better, but I haven't really had the urge to do player-based in a while. Thoughts on the NFC North for 2020? Right now, I think the Packers run away with it. Honestly. Thank you, Gunner, for becoming a new member on the channel. When it comes to the NFC North right now, Bears, no. Lions, no. Vikings, losing too much. I don't have a good enough feeling on them right now. And I'm a Viking fan. I don't feel good about where the team is at. I think that the offense is not in a place right now to carry the team. The defense has experienced at least some regression the last couple of years, and the offense has shown they're not ready to be an offensive football team. The offensive line is not good enough. It goes beyond Kirk Cousins. The offensive line will not allow it. And they haven't made the offensive line better this offseason. They're going to have 2 first-round picks. What do they do with those picks? Because they haven't upgraded the O-line, and you have to. At the same time, the defense is being depleted. So, I just really uneasy about the Vikings right now. They haven't done enough to fix holes, and they've created so many holes this offseason. Sup, Kane? Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Dunner, for the super chat. Doing pretty well. Wish I could have gotten some more stuff actually completed earlier to post more. I especially like posting on the weekends, but looks like we'll go double upload tomorrow. It'll be all good. Vet, thank you for the super chat. Glad to see you back here. What's it looking like in the draft for this one? So this draft that we have going here is very good at defensive tackle, which happens to be one of our greatest needs. I'd also like to address secondary. It's a very weak corner class. It's a pretty good safety class. However, while it's not a great corner class, we pick number 4, and there's one player at the very top that would fit. But if we don't go corner early, it's hard to get much better going corner late, if that makes sense. The safeties look pretty talented. I like a lot that I've scouted. And I'd like to maybe add a playmaker as well to the offense. Maybe a later receiver or something. Maybe day 2. Like, I think I know what I want to do on day 1. But I have to get an idea of what I want to do rounds 2 through 4. I can still make some good picks there. So I think we shall continue on with this offseason and see what we're able to do with the Atlanta Falcons, everybody. How do I feel about the Broncos? I kind of like what Drew Lock was doing last year. Looked better than in my series, that's for sure. I don't know. I don't really think they're going to be much better than mediocre right now. I don't think a lot has changed there. They added Jarrell Casey, nice move. Lose Chris Harris to the Chargers. Lose Will Parks. Not so focused on their team success right now. Mostly just like, what can Locke do? Obviously, they added Melvin Gordon, so trying to build more of an offense around the running game. And then Drew Lock and his big arm. Maybe you add a deep threat there. I think that, if a team wants to have a good running game and you want to add a receiver to the mix, it's a good idea to add someone who can stretch the field. Oh, yeah, they did get Boye. That was, like, very early in the offseason. Very weird move. I think they'll be a better team than last year, though. I think they'll be better. What's my thought process for the Broncos series offseason? Like, this coming year, I'm just focused on hopefully upgrading the offensive line even further. And I want to find a new defensive player to build around and hopefully upgrade the secondary a bit, because it's been rough this year. Oh, your Broncos. My coming season, I think we'll bounce back. I think we'll be better. But it's just a matter of how much. I like what we have going with our ground game in that series. But the offensive line is still a mess. Leighton has not progressed very quickly this year because there's just not a ton of production. So I was hoping for a couple more upgrades. And a couple of the ratings I've been focused on have not gone up. Medium accuracy has been a slow mover. Same with deep accuracy. I've had some bad luck on the archetypes. How did I fix it when it crashed? The autosave brought me back to the start of free agency. We made the signings that we made, and now we are exactly where we were before the crash. Only I saved a couple $1 million in the process, so the take two ended up being pretty effective for us. I've also been working on some playbook changes to the Broncos series already, and you'll see those in the next episode. A new version of that playbook. I stripped out some of the pistol, and I worked around a couple other formations. I think I removed like 15% of the playbook and added the new 15%. Is Hopkins a free agent of the Broncos series? Yes, he is. As of what I've seen right now, he has not been re-signed, but he could get tagged or something in the offseason. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. 17 minutes already. Man, the time just... I don't know where it goes when I stream. Yesterday, 3 hours. It felt like 40 minutes to me. All right, everybody. It is time to continue the off-season. A part 2 stream. I've never had to do this before. But we continue free agency. And as I already went through at the end of the previous off-season part, we basically have $15 million in cap space. We're not going to do a whole lot more with that because we need to save a lot of it for signing draft picks. And we're picking at number 4. And unless we trade down, that number 4 pick is going to be getting a very big deal. Can't remember exactly what early draft picks we're getting 10 years ago before this latest CBA, but we'll have to see the contract demands. Hopefully soon we can get to more of the scouting so we can get a clearer picture on our draft plan. We do have to get a kicker, but no one's popping up yet in the clipboard. And I'll be saving periodically. But basically, so far, we've added Kerry Rhodes, Ben Watson, Vince Wilfork. And maybe the Wilfork move was an overpay. That was me trying to shore up run defense and just add a really solid player to the middle, while we also add a pass rusher. It was also, well, I guess we didn't succeed on this, but it was a goal to upgrade at D-tackle. But Wilfork didn't help us achieve that goal. His overall wasn't high enough. Pro days will pop up between free agent notifications. Yeah, that makes sense. The timeline matches there. And we've seen the mock drafts already. And we're projected to take the number 1 corner, Waddell. I forget his first name. It starts with a D. They updated the mock draft. It's on the bottom ticker. The mock draft is also right here. Let's take a second look. They still have Mike Zizali going number 1, but they have changed ours to Lorenzo Spragan at defensive tackle, not Demario Waddell. Now, the depth at defensive tackle, I think, is good enough to go until round 2. In the previous mock, they had one of my favorite defensive tackles falling to us. I liked Leroy Young. I don't think that he'll end up falling quite that far, but I think Travis Baldwin maybe. I'm not sure why this mock has us taking 2 defensive tackles. That's not going to happen. But if we can end up with Baldwin at 36, I think that's a great move. All right. Tutorial for Pro Days, everybody. Now, I know Madden 12 had like a little Pro Day feature in their scouting. It allowed you to unlock a few extra ratings there, but I don't think that that feature's been in Madden ever since. Pro Days ask you to make a choice on what college school you want to scout. This is a good way to get some information on sleepers. This is so cool. We can choose which Pro Days we're going to. It displays how many prospects are there, what their average scouting percentage is, and their average rating. So how do we attack Pro Days? And how many can I attend? Yeah, Madden 12's wasn't... It was kind of just an extra way to unlock bonus ratings. Pro Day number 1, everybody. So I'm guessing it's just every day that pops up I can choose one school. Iowa has 4, New Hampshire has 1, and I have a minute... More than a minute, actually. 52 minutes to make my decisions. So who do we want to know more about? We can see what players go to each school. If we start with Iowa, that's Marcus Blair at corner. That's Andre Lumen, Thomas Seeley, and Dion Butler. Now, corner's something I do want to address. Blair's somebody I didn't scout until a bit later. So we have his combine results here. 86 speed, 84 agility. Not a dominant athlete or anything. He's 23, a bit undersized. That's all the info we have now. Thomas Seeley, pass rusher. 73 speed, only 29 production, so didn't produce a lot in college. 6'5", 270. I think decent athlete for that size. Dion Butler, he is a pretty good athlete. We could get data here on 2 cornerbacks. 5'9", 188. Corner's something I do want to address, so that might be the route to go. Houston gives us 2 players. Aaron Benton, we have his combine results as well. Pretty good athlete. 6 foot 175. So I think so far I prefer Iowa. At Troy, we have Stacy Miller at tight end. He's a blocking tight end. Not that concerned with it after adding Benjamin Watson and already having Desmond Clark. For New Hampshire, I did like Dino Peters a lot. I had some interest in him. But is it worth going to this Pro Day over Iowa, where we can learn about those corners? I'm not sure about that. And I don't think I want to scout Polk anymore. I think it comes down to New Hampshire or Iowa, and Iowa just gives us way more upside. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Chad. I think I know enough about Dino. I know he has high learning. I know he's probably a late round pick. And I think for late round options, like, they're not going to be the most complete prospects anyway, so as long as I find 1 or 2 traits I really like, I don't have to necessarily uncover more. But I think I do for these earlier selections. So let's go to the Iowa Pro Day. Let's see what's up. I want to go back to the roster quick. We We only have one quarterback on the roster right now. I definitely want to add a backup at some point. Here's our wide receiver situation. We only have 3 under contract right now. Maybe we go and look for that Tab Perry trade. See if that can happen. Sam Baker, Justin Blaylock. Where'd all our depth go? Do they just all hit free agency? I guess I didn't realize how many free agents we had on this team. I have to get some backup offensive linemen. Maybe even a starter if possible. Might have played ourselves out of being able to with all the spending we did in free agency yesterday. At least we have Kerry Rhodes. Let's see, how many players are on my roster right now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think we have about 40. That bar on the right is about halfway there. Yep, 40. So the draft will give us 6 or 7. I think we have 6 picks. I've got to make sure I save enough cap so I can sign backups. I do have to get a kicker, yes. Let's see if we can make a trade here. Alright, Tab Perry. Yes, I'm sure I'd like to trade for him. What are they interested in? A 4th round pick, that won't be happening. 5 and a 6, a future. This might be a little too much. We're not really interested in making a trade. You'll have to offer something big. So they still value him a lot. A lot more than I was hoping they would. So I'm not sure this is going to work out after all. Would have been fun because he knows our offense, and I got to develop him a little bit last year. Here's our biggest cap hits on the team right now. Yeah, this will be interesting to see if I can manage this properly on my first try. I expect to make some mistakes. Hopefully I can learn from them. I do have to get some offensive linemen, so Ben Knoll, 86 overall, 24 years old. I think that's going to be a little too much. I've got to go much cheaper. Free agent corner. That's too much. A lot of corners. Ben Payton. These are just too much. All right, pro day number 2. Georgia, Portland State Vikings, Auburn, Yale, Baylor. So Georgia has the most prospects. They have David Kent, strong safety, Kenton Kasem at halfback, and a punter. So this would really be all about safety David Kent. I wouldn't really be interested in the other players. 86 speed, 96 jumping, 6'1", 216. We don't have a lot of info on him. How about Portland State? Dennis Brown, Rory Castle. So we've scouted Dennis Brown a little bit. We know he's aggressive, competitive, reckless, energetic, driven, calculating. 6'2", 220. 85 speed is adequate. I do want to know more about him. So I think right now I prefer Portland State over Georgia. How about Auburn? Bo Russell, Jamel Little. So this is where we could find maybe some backup offensive line help. 81 strength. Not bad combine results there for Bo Russell. Jamel Little. I kind of like these tackles. 50 size. Yeah, he was only 5'11". Whoops. Some of those ratings were okay. 5'11", 293. Little 6'4", 315. There's Yale and Baylor. The Yale player is Jamie Hollings. I don't want to go running back right now. That might shock you. And then Baylor, 6'4", 353. Struggles against power moves. Didn't get much data on him. Alright, I think this comes down to Portland State or Auburn. What are we feeling here? 58 physical, medical concerns. Yeah, I have to make sure I'm taking a look at that when that's given. I just want to see where you saw that. Durability 91. Physical 58. Do I have any? Okay, I didn't get the durability characteristics there. Alright, so I really think Portland State gives us some pretty good options there. Or at least Dennis Brown I was very intrigued with. Let's go to Portland State. Free agent bidding now. John Casey. Kicker. 2 years, $4.5 million. 89 overall. This might be one of our best chances, but I don't want to go too expensive right now on kicker. If you think about it, we probably won't be a playoff team this year. I wouldn't think so. So a high investment in kicker doesn't make a ton of sense. I'll see if we can do better than that. Let me check. Can I see the free agent pool at all? I know when I went to the free agent preview yesterday, it showed like next year's free agents, which doesn't help. I like to see all the available kickers so I know who I want to target. I didn't know that kicker was going to be a need, so I didn't check earlier. Might be okay with a camp invite. Yeah, I'm not too worried about us having a bad kicker this year. Go to roster. They show free agents from here. They sure do. That's helpful. Shane Graham is the highest rated kicker. Mike Nugent. Morton Anderson at 48 years old. So those are the top rated options. And accuracy, I'd probably rank them in the order they're listed here. Anderson just has no kick power. So let's just rank them. Graham, Nugent, Morton Anderson. For the right price. Wayne Hunter. Okay, we do have to still look at offensive linemen, but on the cheap end, I want some like $1 million deals. We're still going through a lot of big contracts here in free agency, so probably not going to have a lot. Oh man, Deltha O'Neal. He had some good years with the Broncos. He had a 4-pick game once. 4-pick game. What's going on, Swami? How you doing? Trying to take my time and figure this game out. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Now, specifically for O-line, what do I need? I have Baker, Blaylock, Dorenbos, who I guess can play center at 6 foot 250. That's what the chat's telling me. Kynan Forney from Hawaii, age 30. At the very least, I'm comfortable with who we have along the offensive line. I just got to make sure I add somebody. Patrick McCoy is our lowest rated player here. Tackle's probably the most important spot right now for offensive line. All right, Shane Graham popped up here. He was the kicker I was targeting. 2 years, 4.2. Let's see who's all interested. 22 teams. And it's already up to $2 million a year. Yeah, it's climbing from here too. I think I'm out. We just don't have a lot of cap space right now. Let's go to Pro Day number 3. We have Tennessee, East Carolina, Illinois, Akron, North Texas. So Tennessee gives us 2 options. Marquay Trailer and Edgar Evans. I've scouted Evans more. And 93 physical, 67 size. Pretty good speed. Good production. 5'9", 192. I am interested in learning more about him. What about Trailer? Tackle could be something we target. I know next to nothing, so maybe Tennessee, but what does East Carolina have? Travis Baldwin, who may be our 2nd round pick. But I know that based off of information I already have. Do I necessarily need more? Probably not. Marco Dawkins. Maturity, learning, and pursuit are a plus. Nope, college production. It's only a 1. Some of those Senior Bowl ratings look okay. Then Josh McGuire. 1 production again. We don't know much. The tackle had 99 production at Tennessee. Marquay Trailer. Okay. Illinois. Jamal Carey and Reggie Baker. 5'9", 242. Remember, Jamal Carey, 240 pounds, 92 speed. We know his personality traits. I'm guessing we won't end up taking a running back in the middle of this draft, though. Reggie Baker. Decent. Akron has Tristan Kinney and Tracy Still. Kinney had the Devin Hester comp. Thank you for the super chat, Destined. Love the content, King. Keep up the awesome work. Love all the content on the channels. Doing my best to give you guys a lot of fun football action to watch. Tristan Kinney, though. Big playability, agility, return man. Could be a fun player, however, his football IQ and learning are both low. So projecting him as anything more than a special teams player is probably inaccurate, especially with 62 catching. He's like a 7th round kick returner guy. Tracy Still, problem solver, patient, structured. Still 6 foot, good speed, good durability. Small school, low football IQ. Definitely not going to be Akron. Ron Moore. No, I think we're going too early for defensive tackle to consider him. So, do we want to go to Tennessee to learn more about Marquay Trailer and this 99 production? Or do we want to go to ECU? We already know we like Travis Baldwin. I like what I see already about Marco Dawkins. I think Tennessee is the way to go. I don't know if I can afford to draft a kicker because I have no 7th round pick. And I have like 12 or 13 roster spots to fill. So do I spend a pick on a kicker when I have like 6? Here are the draft picks that we have right now. We pick at 4th, 36, 68, then 100. 4 top 100 picks. We have a 5th rounder that's more of a late 5. So we go 57 picks between our selections than our 6th round. I hope at some point, if we can nail our first 2 picks, maybe we can trade down with our 3rd or 4th. Otherwise, it's going to be a situation where we probably have to sign a bunch of undrafted free agents to fill the bottom of the roster. I don't know if I want that yet. I haven't really gone through undrafted free agency in this game yet. We could go undrafted kicker. Deuce McAllister. Popped up again. Yeah, I saw Geronimo's going to the Lions. Less than $1 million. Worth a flyer. I thought he'd do a lot more last season. Alright, Pro Day again. We have Texas with Kwame Frampton, Deshaun Fletcher, Kenneth Shell, who ran 4.27, and Jade Young. Jade Young, decent run block strength and pass block strength, 79 strength rating. Kenneth Shell, learning 65. Do we have his catching? Just his speed? I'd have to rank him over the Devin Hester comp player. Kwame Frampton, 99 production, just 21 years old. He's fast, 88 speed at tight end. Probably goes way too early. I'm not sure Texas is the way to go. How about Kansas? No Sean Mincy. Definitely want to get to know about this corner class. Ty Law's our number 1, and he's getting old. J.J. Ferguson. The athleticism is pretty good for him. I'd certainly like to know more about him. Chauncey Lewis. 87 speed. 1 production. All right, so Kansas, I think, is a team worth attending. Pitt, Verdell Ross. Decent right tackle. Thomas Fisher, 6'2", 252. Good release and acceleration. Not a strong run blocker. 67 speed. Yeah, I don't think Pitt is where we're going either. NC State, Shannon Ambrose. Power moves are a negative right off the bat. Adrian Jennings, power moves are a negative. Hofstra. Punter, Mason Fuller, and Diedrich Wilkes. All right. I know where we got to go on this one. Kansas. Mushin Muhammad's available. And we could use a third receiver at some point. Obviously now I'm just kind of saving our cap space. I think there's a chance for some undrafted players to maybe make an impact on this team. Laurent Robinson's 23, 79 potential, learning is 56. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make sure we try to find a 3. And we don't have a great route runner on the team, so I like to find someone that offers that. Nope, you have not missed the draft. I'm sure the draft is still a decent bit away here. 44 days in game. We still have more pro days, I assume, to go through. We have to actually look at those results. And then we have some signings to make, too. 60 overall. Now, how come he's getting 4 a year at 60 overall? Is that like a bug? $2 million for Wayne Gandy. Might be able to be a starter or decent depth. This is not a lot, and it's only 2 teams here. I'll go 1.6. I'm not going over like 2.1. All right, 1.8. I think that's a good deal. That gives us a 6th lineman at least, and it didn't cost a lot of money. All right, we go to package number 5. There is an incentive. Now, I'm not exactly sure how the incentives affect cap or whatever in here. I'm not used to playing football games with incentives. It's certainly intriguing, but don't have the experience with it. Victor Abiamiri still available. I'm just going to join because we had him on the Dolphins before I got fired. I want to see what he gets. And I guess it's going to be a big deal. I just want to kick back and watch. 6 teams in, now they're all dropping out, and Minnesota has a 1. All right, Pro Day number 5. Here we get LSU, Northern Illinois, Michigan, Duke, North Carolina. Starting with, wow, they all have 3 prospects, and we've scouted a little bit for all of them. So at LSU, we have Safanian Smith at right tackle. Decent strength, 89 production, 99 size, good run blocker. I have a lot of interest in him. Daquan Holiday, high motor, high strength, 85 production, 68 intangibles. Decent power move and block shed. CJ Tucker. Okay, so LSU's all right here. At Northern Illinois, Tremaine Stallings, Kareem Pryor, British, Smith. Yeah, we scouted Stallings already, another run blocker at right tackle. I think I know enough about him. That's one thing I have to remember. It's not just scouting my favorite players, it's who do I need information on. Sometimes you have enough. I remember, like, the Vikings didn't have a lot of pre-draft contact, I guess, with Harrison Smith. And yet they took him in the first round with one of their 2012 picks. Sometimes you just know enough. Oh yeah, Corey Hickson. I was intrigued by him just because a strength of his, I thought it said above average arm and then below average arm. Maybe that was a visual bug. His accuracy is all right. 75. 83 throw power. Okay. But as far as a backup quarterback goes, I need more learning than that. 37 learning, that's no good. Yeah, that's not going to fly here. Vonnie Mendenhall, 5'11", 205. Decent combine workout. Not enough here to go with Michigan. How about Duke? R.J. Reed. Route running's down. I want another receiving tight end if possible. Deshaun Cox, 24 years old, 80 speed, 83 size, 93 durability, low production. Ryan Witherspoon. If learning's the main negative, that's not going to work. So we move on from Duke. Please tell me North Carolina has some promise here. Ruben Glaser. Or Glasser, I'm not exactly sure. 5 production, 60 speed, 249 pounds. Probably not. Vernon Morris, 87 strength, 75 speed, low production. I mean, this Pro Day option didn't give me a lot I liked. Based on Morris alone, I might just go there. So let's go UNC. At least there's one player I want to know. Middle linebacker, Craig Fisher. Move on. We still don't have a kicker. Oh, wow. On the ticker, John Casey, who was signed just a few days ago, is now considering retirement. Imagine signing somebody, you think a position is filled, and they retire on you. And now Kurt Warner's doing the same. Someone had to have signed Kurt Warner. Or is it at the end of the year? Or can they just retire now? Yeah, Kurt Warner's currently on the Chiefs. Yeah, let me save. A lot of fun here. I think where I'm most uncomfortable with so far is just trying to guess where players are going to be in the draft, and my main concern is ending up with many of my targets in the first few rounds and having very little information to make my picks later on. This is not a great loopable song. This is. $63 approval. What did I miss? I got fired and signed by the Falcons, and now my career is reborn. Jabari Greer. Too much. But when it comes to corner, should I consider a vet? Let me double check that position for us. We have Ty Law, maybe last year for him. Chris Houston, a player we'll try to build around. Chevis Jackson, who's young, but I think he had low learning. 69. And then Vaughn Hutchins. 3 years on his deal. Why is he getting so much here? Could be somebody that we look to release to get some space, depending on how much cap, dead cap there is. What if he's already on the trade block. I wonder what happens if we try to trade him. No teams are currently interested, so we'd have to release him. We'd save 2.2 cap, but have to pay $2 million in penalties. Is that worth it? I think we could spend that 2.2 million on a decent depth player. Sebastian, thank you for the super chat. Been a Kane super fan since 2012. No hashtag fire Zimmer. We don't want to fire Zimmer. Oh, it's not saying 2 million in dead cap and savings at 2.2. So it's a net result of 200K. Okay. That's a very important distinction. I can't do much with $250,000 in this game. Pro Day number 6 is here. Clemson, Alabama A&M, Norfolk State, Texas A&M, and Wyoming. Now, Clemson has 3 prospects that we're interested in. We have Amon Cave, low ball carrier vision, pretty low elusiveness. Not a great halfback prospect. Philip Bowman, 6'3" corner. And okay athleticism as well. So right off the bat, I want to know more about him. Daquan Pepper, 11 production. Good strength and toughness. Low upside, it says. So I like Bowman, but I need to know more. Raymond Burns from Alabama A&M. Okay, he's an interesting player. Not enough here to work off of. 92 strength, 81 run block strength. Chevin Trailer. Kind of interested. And then Wyoming, Jaquan Pierce. Compared to Ronald Bartel. What are we thinking then? We go corner for Bowman or A&M for Trailer. That's a tough one. But based on this, like, I'm already really interested. Let's go Clemson here. At least I'll get 3 players of data, and I wanted to know more about the corner. Carlos Rogers. Haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah, thank you, mods. As soon as we get over 800 viewers, that's when the bots come in. It's like 900 is the threshold. I don't remember where Robert Mathis went to school. I want to say it was a small one. He's from Atlanta. Alabama A&M. Where is that? I've never heard of this city. Normal, Alabama. Normal, Alabama. What's the population? It's just labeled a populated place. Pro Day number 7. Almost missed it. Iowa State, Wake Forest, Ohio, Pittsburgh State, UNLV. Iowa State gives us Mark Wells and Noel Boone. Mark Wells. Good athlete. I would like to know more. For Boone. I mean, it says pass block here is a negative, but over here, it's not looking too bad for pass block strength. But there's often a large disparity between those ratings. So Iowa State, definitely consider it. Shelton McCoy, 73 speed, 60 run block strength. How about Gray? 82 speed. His durability and speed are pretty good. Okay, so far Iowa State's winning. Derek McBride. Got some traits for him. 74 learning seems pretty decent. I do have to address receiver. We don't have any indication on his route running, but I definitely want to know more about Derek McBride. I need to write down his name. Hey Felix, thank you for the super chat. Hi Kane, your Vikings franchise got me into football. I finally visited a Vikings home game last season against the Bears. Greetings from Germany. That's awesome, Felix. I'm sorry you had to watch them against Chicago. That was the game with the backups. So it's one of their better games against the Bears the last few years. That's awesome. Yeah, I got a few stories from that, like viewers that, you know, got into football through the series, and it's just amazing to see that kind of stuff happen. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. So, Ohio, maybe. How about UNLV? All right. So at this point, who do I need info on? I definitely need more info on Wells. I have a better idea of McBride right now. Maybe I'll do McBride for an individual workout or something. The draft board. They have McBride ranked here as the 15th wide receiver. So that could be a perfect, you know, day 3 pick potentially. Early day 3. I also will get information on J.J. Ferguson. And now we have his comp at Terry Glenn, who had some good years with like the Cowboys. Athleticism, elusiveness, spin. 71 catching. 99 spin move. Okay, so I have a couple options here, at least at wide receiver. I've done some scouting here. Oh yeah, his good years were with New England. I know he was a Packer for a short while too. We will get to the draft. Yeah, don't worry about that. All right, workouts. Individual workouts give you a chance to unlock every single piece of scouting information about a player, including their potential. So everything. And this is actually going to be really useful because there are a couple top tier players that I didn't scout thinking I wouldn't be, you know, selecting them. And this will be a chance to take care of that. So every single piece of information. The number of individual workouts you get is directly tied to your GM's scouting skill level. Level 1 gets only a few, while 5 gets over 20 workouts. That's pretty significant. Wow. I have no idea how good our GM is. West Virginia, Alabama, Mid-Tennessee State, Simon Fraser, Tennessee Tech. So I'm thinking it'll be one of these top 2. Geno King at middle linebacker. Very intrigued. How about Darius Randall? Decent athleticism. A couple corners here as well. Good athleticism here. Okay, I'm very interested in West Virginia's pro day. I did like Franklin McLemore, but I already think I know enough about him. 85 learning, by the way, at center. Man, those are some elite traits. Noah Fox wouldn't be bad. Not on the same level, though, as McLemore. They have Sanric Reigns, and I know I like him. Learning's only 60, though, so maybe I have to downgrade him a bit. Might just be a solid, okay player, but you don't want to take him too early. Probably low ceiling. Really? 3 centers from Bama? Alright, so what do we think here? Is it Bama or West Virginia that we want more info on? West Virginia gives us Darius Randall and a couple corners, along with Geno King. I already like him. Bama. McLemore is probably out of our range. He's a great prospect. Yeah, I'm thinking West Virginia here would be more useful. Over 1,000 here watching this NFL head coach offseason. Thank you all for being here today. It's a lot of fun to do these experiments and then to see what you enjoy. Because I did not think that head coach would do quite this well. But it's been, you know, usually there's one series where it's like everybody's asking, when is this coming? And this is it right now. Have I signed anyone today? Yes, I did sign an offensive lineman. I forgot his name. I haven't made a lot of signings, though. It's been mostly just draft related. This could be another cheap backup offensive lineman. I have 6 linemen, though. So I'm going to pass for now. What did you want me to check on Twitter? Oh, Huntsville, Alabama. Okay. Is that like how the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport is technically in just like Hennepin County, but people just say Minneapolis? Michael Pittman. It's an intersection? Okay. I don't know much about Chase Claypool yet. I'm trying to get some more information and knowledge on the draft. I've been reading PFF's draft guide. I started reading that last night. I think I made it through like top 8 quarterbacks or so. I was just going in order. And then I'll dive into some players that intrigue me between now and the draft. Got Mississippi Valley, Oregon, Eastern Michigan, St. John's, and Colgate. Compared to Rob Ninkovich. Strong, not a phenomenal athlete whatsoever. Charles Butler, right tackle. Pass block footwork is not good, but there are some ratings there you can work with, for sure. And kicker, Grant Christensen. A negative is accuracy, that's no good. Alright, let's go back to the Ducks here. Al Brandt, outside backer, 63 speed. Mark Graham. Okay athlete. Ty Long. I mean, I could get more information here on the DBs if I went Oregon. Frazier's a better athlete, but that's all I have for that info. Didn't really scout here or here. So I think I'll go Oregon here. It's not going to be a 3-part offseason. No, we will get through it today. We're only an hour in. We got a lot of time. Ricky Williams is available. We're good at running back, though. Any preseason today? It all depends on time. I can't imagine we get to preseason because we still have to get to the draft and then do the draft. And my Madden drafts take an hour. How long is this one going to take? Trent Cole, big money. Pro Day number 10 gives us Arkansas, Alcorn State, New Mexico State, Bowling Green, Bethune-Cookman. Alcorn State, that's the sleeper. That's Drexler. I think we know enough about him already. He ran a 4.340, has 95 speed at 235 pounds, and he's 21 years old, and he is labeled the draft sleeper. Do I need more information? We got some scouting here already. Ooh, not bad. Jeff Schaffer. I'm a fan. Jason Lucas. We could learn more about him. LaRon Mack. So Arkansas would be good for offensive line information. I would like some more info on Tony Juckett, for sure. Devontae Hutchinson. Quickness, strength, and durability. I'm going to write down Tony Juckett. DeMarcus Savage. All right, so I think Arkansas just gives us a lot more info that we need. What team should Winston go to? At this point, it looks like somewhere to be a backup. I've seen some speculation about Washington. I think that I'm not really sure what I think makes sense. How about Green Bay? Why not the Packers? Sit behind Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre had one good year with the Vikings. That's a fact. Thank you for the super chat. It was a good time, too. It was a great time. But I think he ends up going somewhere with a greater chance to potentially play. And Green Bay would not offer a great chance to potentially play. So, with that being said, Washington makes sense. How about Jacksonville? Pittsburgh? I would be okay with Pittsburgh, too. Bernard Ellis, 82 throw power. Everson Jacobs, football IQ and route running. Okay, interested in him a little bit. Purdue, Donovan Forrest. Really good athlete. Okay, I want to know more about him. Rashad Pittman. Don't have much there. Kevin Casey, block shed, size, run stopper. Pure run stopper. So Purdue could be considered. Trent Hutton has really good speed. Would the Saints pick him up? I doubt it. So either VMI or Purdue. We'll get to the draft when we get there. I'm not simming anything. How's the staff XP looking? Okay. Ben Patrick. Are they really getting all these deals? How do teams have the cap space for that? I want to look at our linebacker situation a bit closer. So we have Michael Boley at 27 years old, under contract for a while, so someone we're going to be building around defensively. Croy Bierman, not very good. Kevin Burnett, Curtis Lofton's 23. What's his learning? 75. So he should play this year over Burnett. Higher overall player anyway. And then Keith Brookings. So nothing that's really necessary to get early or anything. Maybe we can develop Steven Nicholas a little bit. Okay, that's an okay spot for us. It's not a super strength, but it's adequate. Yeah, Bierman eventually got much better than that. Pro Day number 12, everybody. Penn State, Georgia Tech, Northwest Oklahoma State, Siena, UCF. Penn State. Got some pretty good grades here on players. I could use some more information, though. '81 kick accuracy for Johnny Barksdale. 91 kick power. Not bad. I think there's just so much to be gained by going to the Penn State Pro Day. It's going to be hard to beat this school. What does Tech have to offer here? I don't think this one's getting beat. We're sitting at 14 million, by the way, in cap space at the moment. Thank you, mods. I wish YouTube could better auto-detect that kind of stuff. Cornerback Eddie Jackson. 5 years is too much. Yeah, this has been the best head coach stream in terms of views. We're over 1,000 right now. How about veteran Mike McKenzie? We'll pass. See, here's the thing. Like, you can fill your roster with all these, like, decent but old veterans, but if you're not good, if you're a bad team, it's a waste of time. If you're not going to be, you know, for sure a playoff team, play the young guys. That way you can be better for the upcoming years, not playing a guy who's 31. Fresno State. Myron Randolph. I'm finding so many tackles here that I like in this class. Hopefully I have enough so I can have options when that time comes in the draft. Alright, so I already know these players are pretty interesting. Jake Owen. Another tackle that seems at least decent. And another run-stopping D tackle. Central Ohio State. Not an NFL caliber player. Darius Redmond. 6'4", 300. I thought Army had smaller offensive linemen. '71 learning. Very intrigued by Lee August here. But who do I want the data on? I think I want the data here on Fresno. Lawyer Malloy. Is it a thing in head coach where like the owner will give you like, because not every team uses all their cap space. Like imagine like, okay, you got to stay 20 million underneath the salary cap. Imagine being given that direction. All right, we're still 35 days out from the draft. We have the 14th Pro Day we're going to here. We're getting a lot of information from these. We have Ohio State up. We have Rutgers, BC. Probably going to come down to one of these two schools here. So Ohio State, DeJuan Lee. Probably too early if the grade's that high. So let's check the bottom here. Sean Fogarty has some pretty solid ratings here at guard. Terrell Strickland is pretty good. If we go to Rutgers, I think we get a bit more day 2, day 3 value perhaps. That's just me guessing. I have to get some experience in here to figure out if I'm on the right track with some stuff. Very fast here, Ricky Price. All right, so Ohio State had more linemen. Here for Rutgers, I like Herman and Prayer. Thank you for the super chat. Are the Denver Broncos a playoff team? Right now, I wouldn't say so, but I think the arrow could be pointed up for them this year, especially if Locke continues to have some impressive games. Let's go Rutgers this time. Get some more variety in the positions. I just feel I already have so many options at tackle that I'm bound to get somebody. Now how long have I been live? Almost an hour and a half, and we're still Working our way toward the draft with Pro Day number 15. Notre Dame, Ball State, Delaware State. Might be Notre Dame. But a lot of early prospects here. High grades. So, what does Ball State have? Alfred Hasty. Durability, spin move, and elusiveness. Low release and football IQ. Derek Hayward. He's the above average arm, below average arm guy. Still don't know what that exactly means. 94 kick power. That's all we got here. Lane McCormick, another offensive lineman. .85 throw power, a bit better than some of these other quarterbacks. Yeah, I think that Georgia Southern's just a bit more useful for us. How many pro days are there? Quite a few, as we're finding out. If you think about it, we've had like 5 choices for each day, and we've done 15 days. So I could still see us having a lot more depending on how many schools are in the game, because they had like Siena and some other schools available. What do I think of the new CBA? I thought that when they got a deal done, it would have been a bit better for the players. Penalty machine Todd Stussy. That doesn't seem too bad. 23 years old, 78 overall, less than $1 million a year. Let's see what happens. Do we try this? I don't know. I'm in. It's less than $1 million a year. Just seemed too good to pass up. Might be okay depth for a while. And it's under $1 million a year, so it really can't hurt us. Alright, Pro Day time. Again, Florida State, Boise, Cal, Idaho, Michigan State. FSU has a couple top players. One player I do not know enough about, though, is Lorenzo Spragan. He was just somebody that I had overlooked. He didn't have like a pass rush move or anything in his positives here. Just speed and size. But low attitude and work ethic. Something to keep in mind. I do need more information on him. I think he needs to be an individual workout player. Joshua Brandt, I know that I had some interest in him. 75 learning, good route runner, 80 catching, 95 speed? I know enough. I'm okay there. 95 speed at tight end. Wow. Move him to receiver. Potentially. What was his measurables? 6'2", 240. We'll make it work. All right, Cal. Quentin Danzy. Could use some more info on him. Dustin Epps, slow linebacker, run stopper probably. Scott Edwards, plus tackle and play rec. Not going to cover anybody. Chris Grant might be decent. Kind of a letdown week here. What are we thinking this time? Yeah, Cal had a quarterback. Lacey had, I think he had the really high ball speed. Elite arm strength. 96 throw power. Yeah, we'll get some info on Lacey and then the safety. We still don't have a kicker, by the way. 32 days until the draft. We already cut him. Arnaz Battle. Wow. What about J.J. Stokes? Yeah, 2K is working on something. I have no idea to what degree it's going to be like a football game that really gets us excited, but anything is better than what we've seen the last 15 years. Pro Day number 17, Arizona, Western Carolina. I know that Tuskegee had the sleeper corner, Corey Bullock. Whoops. .55 learning, though. He's the sleeper, but he's also kind of overrated, it seems. What did that say? Ooh. Huh. Campbell might be worth getting some info on, too. This might be Hawaii this week. Yeah, we're going Hawaii. I've seen enough. $32 days till the draft, everybody. I think eventually Dak will get a long-term deal. I don't think that... I think they'll eventually come to some sort of an agreement. I think Jerry just likes to play the long game and then eventually caves. We're getting close, everybody, and the views are going up as we get closer to the draft. Thank you all for being here today. Hope you're all doing well. I can't believe we're here in 2020 playing NFL Head Coach 09 finally. I bet many of you thought this day would never come. This series would never come. Oregon State. Vernon Caldwell. Marcus Dantley. Could use some more info there. And we have some players here with these lower grades that would help us have a better idea of how to spend our later picks. Florida. They have Leroy Young, who's been projected late first round. We have a lot of info on him. We also know his learning is only a 46. His potential's up, but his learning isn't. So, probably have to bump him below the other tackle that I was liking. .72 learning here for Demps, but mostly a run stopper. Alright, so this time Oregon State just gives us way more information. It's Waddell. We heard Schefter say it once in an update in the game. We're under a month away, everybody. We're getting close. Huge fan. Thank you, Orteg, for the super chat. How are you liking Texas? So far, like 6 months in, I love it here. Wasn't as difficult to transition as I thought it would be. The weather part was an easy transition for me. So far, anyway. I know when I was here in the summer, it was like 95 to 100, and I sure enjoyed that more than I liked -20. John Heatley, 87 throw power, 82 speed. Very interested in him as a developmental quarterback option. Austin Washington. Okay, I like USF here. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to beat. Minnesota. I've scouted Torrance a bit. Undersized linebacker. Yeah, Blackjack must have edited that one receiver to be 26. I haven't asked him yet about that, but I know it would have been on purpose. I think he mentioned to me that he was going to have an older prospect somewhere. Marcel, thank you for the super chat very much. Always a fan of your work, Kane. Keep it up and be safe. You be safe too. Everybody in chat, be safe. Just stay home and watch my videos. But seriously, be safe, be smart. Oh, Blackjack's here. Blackjack is here. Yep, the game never generates anybody older than 24 and nobody younger than 21. Jeremy Dahl. Mean streak. 95 learning. Okay, that's pretty good. I feel like I'm going to have data on like 400 linemen. Shippensburg. Isn't that where John Kuhn went? Oh, yes, it is. Where is that, by the way? Shippensburg in Pennsylvania. Marcel, thank you again for the super chat. Everybody stick around through these live streams. Don't forget to sub. Yes, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget, if you want notifications, and it's fine if you don't want them. I have notifications off for like 99% of things besides like NFL news. And if you want to know when these streams go live, I mean, that's going to be the best way to know exactly. So you don't miss much if you don't want to miss anything. Brent Grimes went to Shippensburg too? Really? I do remember him being a smaller school player. I didn't know it was there. Maurice Morris. I saw the mock draft down below had Kenneth Shell going to the Cowboys at 32. He's the 4.27 speed guy. And I think the mock is the same as it was before. So they still have us going Lorenzo Sprague here at 4. And then they probably have us going tackle again at 36. Yeah, Travis Baldwin. There's a very good chance that we go Waddell early and then try to go D-tackle in the second. Yeah, Pierre Garcon, Mount Union. Division III powerhouse. They just play University of Wisconsin-Whitewater every year for the championship. Although I think in recent years that trend has changed a little bit. But there were a lot of years where those two were like always battling it out for the title. There was a punter that went to Wisconsin-Whitewater. And then there was a kicker that I think was on someone's practice, or a quarterback on someone's practice squad, I want to say. Can't remember though, it's been a few years. Jake Kumaro was Wisconsin-Whitewater? I didn't know that. Who's the other player I was thinking of that was practice squad quarterback? Yeah, Matt Turk. Yep. Matt Turk, the punter. Did you know that Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer went to Illinois State? And a few years ago in training camp, they had a linebacker named Mike Zimmer who went to Illinois State. Yep, Cecil Shorts went to Mount Union. Yeah, Thielen went to Mankato State, Minnesota State, Mankato. It was not his kid, no. Completely unrelated. Matt Blanchard, that's who it is. Yep. Could not remember that name. Alright, back to whatever I was doing here. More offensive linemen. They're all so good. This class seems so deep for at least decent O-line. I'm going to come out of here with a good tackle somewhere. Yeah, Tariq Cohen, North Carolina A&T. I don't know if I can name any other players that have come from there. ESPN has a thing, if you like Google like NFL players by college, ESPN has like a mini little database thing, and you can filter it by college, and you can see, you know, NFL players by college. I've used this tool many times. For instance, if we go Shippensburg, There may not be an active player. There isn't. But there are 2 that went to Sioux Falls. Dennis Gardeck for the Cardinals and Trey Pipkins for the Chargers. Both went to Sioux Falls. Yeah, I can spend hours looking at this. And I have. And I might later today. I'm going to keep that page open. Sacramento State, DeAndre Carter and Todd Davis. Didn't know that. Individual workouts. I almost missed it. So close. Oh, boy. Okay, who we working out? I wrote down 2 names earlier. How many of these do I get? How many of these will I get? I get to choose 1 player right now. I get all their information. All of it. Let me get some more information here on Demario Waddell. Almost missed it. Was Spragan the overrated player? Okay, maybe that's... Yeah, there had to have been a reason why I avoided the top player there after the first round of scouting. Back to pro days, though. Oklahoma. 4 different position groups here represented. I should save. That's a good call. Yeah, we can go check out Waddell's ratings here after I pick this pro day. And the lag here, the loading, will allow me to look at more information here. Wow, Vanderbilt has a ton of players in the NFL. 4 from Valdosta State. 5 from Villanova. Oh yeah, Passanio I know went there. Austin Calitro. Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. The Virginia Union Panthers, William Stanback of the Las Vegas Raiders, running back. It's still loading over there. East Central, 2 receivers. David Moore for Seattle. He's played for a couple of years. And Trinity Benson for the Broncos. Who is Trinity Benson? 23 years old. Number 2. So practice squad guy. Trinity Benson. The more obscure the information, the more I want to know it. Wouldn't mind more information on him. Elmore Carter, maybe. Linebacker's not a major need. 92 grade's a bit high. Yeah, I know. I need to focus so we can actually make it to the draft today. But I will certainly be diving into some of that info later on. I'm not even sure what to do with this one. Let's just do Syracuse. I had a couple players there I was intrigued with. Yeah, I could miss workouts. We're over 1,100 people here just watching me, like, who went to, how many players went to Beloit College? 1, Derek Carrier. How many to Bemidji State in Minnesota? 1. Bowie State, Kari Lee. All right, second individual workout. I have to go check on Waddell. I already did the workout for him. There are a couple more players that I had written down that I wanted information on, so why don't we scroll and see if we can find some potential with wide receiver Derek McBride from Ohio. And then we'll go check out our draft board. Yeah, let's start with McBride. Scouting results. I should see it here too, right? Derek McBride, 74 learning. It's okay. 72 catching, 95 jumping. Has a good spin move. He's elusive. Just a decent athlete there in terms of speed and acceleration. He's an okay option. But Demario Waddell could very well be the first pick we make in this series. Champ Bailey is the comp. 85 learning, 92 man, 82 zone here from the Senior Bowl. So fast, incredible athlete. He's driven, he's competitive, he's a perfectionist. He's also materialistic. That's okay, he's 21. They have character as a big negative. Demario Waddell. Charles Bentley. Matt Wilhelm. '23rd Pro Day. USC, Valdosta State. I have 4 prospects from Valdosta State here. Herman Cable. We already know he was the sleeper. But he's a run stopper, and we already have Vince Wilfork, so that's not going to be something we look for early at all. Wow, incredible athleticism here for Xavier Short. Definitely interested. Xavier Short. I'll write him down. Don't know if I'll get to a workout with him. Don't want to put too many into wide receiver. Eastern Washington. '83 speed, 6'4", low production. Might just be USC here with the 6 prospects, although we're not going to get Barnes or Kennison. They have some options, though, that are going to be available later on. Kobe Houston. I have no info. I could use some. Storm Perry, very strong. Decent speed, acceleration. Little undersized. Tight end here with no speed. And Casper Hendricks at wideout. So either USC or Virginia Tech. I've gotten my scouting on Savell Simpson already. Ryan Ferguson has some pretty good athleticism. He's only 21. He's 6'4". I'm going to go Virginia Tech here. I want to know more about that receiver. Yeah, we are not yet to the draft, and we're 2 hours into the stream. I have to cut down 6 hours of off-season, basically. That's assuming we only go for another hour. Could be more. I've already cut down yesterday's stream, though. It was 25 minutes. All right. Another individual workout. We've already scouted Waddell. We scouted a later flyer receiver. I have Tony Juckett written down here, tight end from Bowling Green State. I could get more information on the D tackle that I like in the second round. Or I could say, I have enough info, what about somebody else? Joshua Brandt, Boise State, tight end. I think he's going to be off the board in the first couple of rounds. I feel like I know enough. I need to spend these on players I need more information on. So maybe I can find like one of my favorite tackle options later on so far. Bo Russell, undersized tackle. Denard Harris, 62 learning is low. How about the left tackles? Let's try someone here in the 70s. Raymond Burns. Trevor, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel. Much appreciated. Enjoy the emotes and the perks. Brett Christ. 39 learning from Myron Randolph. Alright, so Brett Christ. I want information on him. Oh, we're back to kicker. That's right. Mike Nugent was the second option I had written down. And we could get him for less than $2 million, it looks like. So we're bidding. Please don't go over 1.6. Okay, I guess we have to go 1.7. Alright, we win. He's 27 years old, so if this works out, we could always try re-signing him. I'd like to have no guaranteed money, though, if possible. That works. So now I can sign a kicker and cut him if the signed kicker is better and have no dead cap. Not that I'm worried about it this year. I do need a backup safety at some point, but I'm not going to spend a lot of money. Yeah, I know that the rookie at 4 is going to want a big deal. I don't know what that situation is going to look like for cap space. I'm thinking off the top of my head, I have to be prepared for like up to 10. I wouldn't think more. But that would not leave us with much left over. I'm at 11.9. It's possible I may have to clear some cap. Wisconsin and a few other schools here. You know, Wisconsin's got these 60s and 50s players. So let's just pick Wisconsin. It's a lot of pro days. R.W. McQuarters. Individual workout number 4. What position should we go to now? I've done corner, receiver, O-line. D tackle? Who should I get some information on? I like Baldwin a lot. I might want to give myself a couple other options. Because what if he goes? Maybe Daquan Holiday? .78 learning, that doesn't seem too bad. Chris Hovan. I'm pretty sure he used to have like a Brett Favre jersey in his locker. Yeah, let's go to Daquan Holiday here. Give myself a couple options. We're getting closer, everybody. We're only 24 days away from the draft. This stream will have the draft. Yeah, we're going to go until that's over, and then probably undrafted free agency as well. I was prepared for another big off-season stream here. 25 pro days. John Michaels. And LaMarcus Brown. Washington has Waddell, and we've already fully scouted him, of course. I don't think we'll do Washington. .55 learning here. That's a bit low. Not the most exciting week for pro days. Jermaine Sparks. And Mo Sanders. Alright, Northern Colorado or Louisville, just to get 4 players worth of data. They have 2 receivers. Let's go Louisville. I could look to trade Ty Law. I could make that happen. We'll just have to see what's necessary. We're in the month of April now. Let me save again before we get to individual workout number 5. Oh, I thought it was already saving. How much longer to the draft? You know, I'm not sure. I haven't done this before, but I think, you know, we're getting close. I should be out of pro days here pretty soon. They don't run all the way up until the draft, so we're getting our individual workouts in, and I'm guessing that we're probably about done with pro days. Limestone has 2 players in the NFL. Vincent Smith, wide receiver, and Josh Simmons. Limestone. LSU, like 70 players. Alrighty. Individual number 5. We could look at another offensive lineman, maybe a guard. Good run blocker, great strength here, but low learning for Austin Washington. We have some potential here at right guard, maybe? Sean, thank you for the super chat. Prediction on the Eagles' record this year. For Philly, given the state of that division, I think 2 teams are somewhat easy victories for them. I'd say I put 10-6 for Philly right now. I like what they've done for the defense so far. I can't believe Roby Coleman got only like $1 million. A lot less than I thought he'd get. Ben Harvey. Some of those ratings aren't that good, though. What to do this time, everybody? Experience. Run blocking's an 88 there. Impact's an 85. All right. Matt Castle. Do we bring in our quarterback of the future? 23 days until the draft. Sage Rosenfels. Let's go. Donald Penn. Wouldn't be a bad signing for somebody. Nat Dorsey. Come on, we can get there. I know we can get to the draft. Any chance you could do another song that can loop to change it up a bit? Yes, Timepiece. I need to get a few more. I know I've kind of wore out a few of these tracks that I like. Yeah, Will Fork is eating up a lot of our cap. That's one where maybe, you know, we would have been better off going Pat Williams or something. Because it wasn't like someone that accomplished a goal for us. You have 3 quarterbacks? Yeah, I have to have them, Josh. Yep, that's true. That's a very good point, too. Do I want to have like 2 undrafted guys? Probably not. All right, I think I want to go try to find another playmaker to scout here. I'm still very interested in these wideouts. I had Xavier Short written down. Let's scout him. He's a speedy wide receiver. I think I feel pretty good going into this draft. Scout a center, that's a good idea. Maybe if I get one more, I'll go center. We might be done, though, with pro days. $25 sounds like a good number to end at. Javon Curse. Individual number 7. Marcel, thank you for the super chat. If the team flopped because of scheme, you're going to change it? I have to see exactly how that works. Like, I'm okay changing my scheme at any point. I'm not really attached to my scheme or anything. I'd definitely be fine just doing something else. I just don't know how everything works. Let's scout Noel Fox here. From Alabama. One of their 3 centers in this draft class. 21 days out. I can't wait for the draft, everybody. Yeah, backup caliber quarterback is something I thought about as well. I do have a preferred option. I like John Heatley, but I'm assuming he could go early-ish. He is the 4th ranked quarterback, so maybe day 2. 82 throw power. I mean, that's what you're going to get for lower rated quarterbacks. 88 throw power here. Allen Hester. Mount Union. Low deep accuracy. You don't have to have deep accuracy necessarily. Let's try Allen Hester here. Mount Union. Now, Drexler, we already have enough information. You don't want to get too much because the game pays attention to who you're spending resources on. So when you think you know enough, it's best to stop. That's what I've been told so far. 20 days till the draft. We're getting there. Wait. There was something on the ticker that someone's coming out of retirement. I didn't see the name. How good is Matt Ryan in this game? Well, the game came out when he was a rookie, so basically just like a solid rookie quarterback prospect. High learning, but not like amazing right away. Yeah, I missed who it was. I'm curious though now, my scouting results. I just spent a workout on a kicker that might be undrafted. Is that the best use of my individual workouts? Certainly not. But Allen Hester, we now have the full grade, 31 learning. That's not good. 50 intangibles, above average arm, 73 accuracy. Might get him on the team though. We have to have 3 quarterbacks. The days are going by faster now. Let's go to normal speed. Darren College. I'm really just ready to go to the draft. Ray Lewis has had a developmental breakthrough according to one assistant coach. It was Matt Turk, the punter, came out of retirement. Yep, there it is. We talked about Wisconsin Whitewater earlier, and he's like, I gotta come back. I can't ruin the legacy. Benny Sapp. There's a guy. Gave up a lot of yards on that 2013 Vikings team. All right, the days are flying by here. We already got a kicker. We got Mike Nugent. I really just want to get to the draft and then fill the holes on the roster afterwards. So I'm pretty much done until the draft. It's auto saving. We're getting close, everybody. I think we're going to be drafting here very shortly. Yep, we'll save before the draft. Make sure we're good to go there. Why is this day moving so slowly? Okay. NFL schedule's out. Who's our week 1 opponent? The Arizona Cardinals. Alright, not too worried about the schedule, though. But schedule release in the spring, just like in real life. In Madden, you can see your schedule actually very early there as well. I think as soon as you get to the off-season, it's available. 11 days from the draft, everybody. It is approaching rapidly. No more workouts, no more combine, no more speculation. The draft is almost here. Yeah, we can't lose to the Dolphins. That'll be the end of it for me. Under 10 days. Turn on Schefter for the draft. Do you guys want Schefter on for the draft? There's not a need to develop staff now. Their XP is going to be there. We're not playing games right now, so I'm just holding on to the points till later. Everybody wants Schefter for the draft. Okay. Schefter, you may return. Oops. Now you get some lovely rain sounds as well. 5 days out from the draft. We have new season goals, everybody. Acquire a defensive tackle with an overall of at least 85. We need to find the sleeper in this year's draft. Draft a player with high potential in a late round. At least 85 potential in round 3 or lower. Don't draft a bust. Avoid drafting a player in the first round with 85 potential or less. I think I can handle those goals. We're almost there, everybody. We are 2 hours and 18 minutes into this. We're almost there. Every 2 hours, though, there's a new backup lineman. They say tackle's our top need right now. Not going to be drafting like it's our top need. Team game plan. What's this? Oh. Yeah, we'll have to save it. Let's just save it here. Never know if it's going to crash. I will look at possible trades after the draft, but not before. Thank you for the super chat. This team looks like a playoff team. Ty would be a good trade. Potentially. Just have to see if it's necessary. It really depends on our first round picks contract demands. I think we have a little ways to go before we're a playoff team, especially like with my scheme and the whole learning aspect of the game. It's going to take some time. But I hopefully can get us, you know, building upon a 3-13 season, get Matt Ryan on the right track because his rookie season in here was not very good. LaRon Landry demands to be traded. Not doing any signings until the draft is over. All right, so we've added 11 players in free agency while losing 27. We only have 42 players right now. We need to get 11 more, and our salary cap space is just 12 million. After the draft, I may have to create more space. Here are the additions. I don't think I made all these decisions, though. The players with a blue background here, I don't... Are those just like futures contracts or something? We lost a lot of players, though. Most of them low-rated players.
Next
The
up
NFL
on the
draft
calendar is the NFL draft. All the hard work put in by every GM, coach, and scout comes to a head when teams get the opportunity to draft the best players from the college ranks. Every year, at least one player in the draft can turn around a franchise, so the pressure is intense for every team involved.
It's time, everybody. Welcome to the NFL draft, everybody. The Miami Dolphins are on the clock. They're showing off last year's selections, the draft class score. Miami's on the clock. This is the team that we were managing until things happened. What is pick the pick? I'll just save it one more time now that we're here. What is pick the pick? Guessing who they'll pick to gain XP? Huh. Little mini game. Okay. Okay. That's creative. I never heard of that before. Guess pick, gain approval. $1,252 viewers here. Now, I hope all of you are back next weekend when we're drafting on Madden 20. I know it's not as an interesting offseason, but I'll be drafting on Madden 20 next week, Broncos franchise offseason. You can check back during this coming week for the last 2 games of the year and the season recap video. But here we go, everybody. I think we all know what Miami's going to do. I believe they're going quarterback Mike Zazzali. They have to go quarterback early on. They don't have an answer on the roster, so I think this is a pretty easy one here. So Miami's on the clock. They're taking their time. What are they going to do? Let's advance pick.
Arizona's Mike Zazzali is a truly outstanding athlete. He's an unbelievably strong runner who will run through linebackers on one play, then throw a 50-yard rope to the receiver for a touchdown on the next. His rushing skills at the quarterback position have really never been seen before at the pro level. 1,100 yards and 22 rushing scores to go along with his 25 passing scores. What Zazzali does is simply bull over defenders. I've never seen a quarterback so effective as a short yardage runner. His technique needs some work, sure, but that will come with pro coaching.
Wow, that's incredible. That is amazing. Pick the pick. What if I'm wrong? Do I lose anything for being wrong?
Who would you get with this pick?
Team needs middle linebacker, center, left guard. The mock said quarterback for them as well. You lose approval
The
if
Raiders
you're
are trying to trade down.
Are they trying to trade down with us? I don't want this pick. I don't need it. I don't want it. Trade with somebody else. They went wide receiver. They went Blake Walton from Texas Tech. Let's advance this third pick. They went running back, and now we're on the clock. All right, they went Adrian Joseph Jr. Here we are, everybody. Draft suggestion. We're not taking Lorenzo Spragan. Now, I want to skip this suggestion. I know what I want to do. I just don't want to mess this up.
I suggest we get this kid.
I do not. No thanks. I have a player I want to take here. And we're going. Cornerback, Demario Waddell. We're getting a cornerstone defensive player to build around.
Demario Waddell from Washington is a real throwback player, a modern-day Iron Man. He started 4 roles this season, with his primary job being a cornerback. His 6 interceptions helped the Huskies lead the Pac-10 in passing defense. His offensive starting job is at the X receiver, where he had 45 catches for 800 yards and 9 touchdowns. He also was the starting kickoff and punt returner and had a combined 4 return touchdowns. Waddle does it all, literally. He has been telling every GM who will listen that he wants to play on both sides of the ball. And if you were the GM drafting him, you'd have him on both sides of the ball.
Wow. So, he played both sides of the football. We did already know that. And he had, what they say, like 8 receiving touchdowns, 6 picks. Demario Waddle. He said Waddell in the previous time I heard him say it, because it was the matchup between Washington and USC. We'll go with Waddle. He won the Heisman as well, so he's basically the Charles Woodson prospect in this class, yes. And I'm glad to have him on our team. And now we'll start to see the draft fall here in the first round. I don't plan to move up at all.
Chris Essex has all the traits to be an NFL quarterback, and he showed them in pre-draft workouts. Essex is a big pocket passer who can run. He's got outstanding size at 6'6", 245.
Sports fan, thank you for the super chat. Which Dolphins quarterback is better, Heineken or Zazali? Jesse Heikkinen. There's no beating him. Parker, remember the Panthers franchise days? I do.
Just sit back and relax.
It was a fun
and be
series.
patient,
I had a lot of
and try
draft
to
picks
not
in that
always
one
do
I liked. I
everything
put so
himself.
much
He will be far
time
better
into
off
like
and
building
will be
draft
viewed
boards for
as
that.
a much better prospect.
It was a lot of fun. You guys want to turn off Schefter for a little bit or keep going with Schefter?
Corey Bullock has long arms with his 6'3", 205-pound
All right, Corey Bullock's off the
frame,
board. Now, he
which
was
helps
second
him make a
corner. He was
lot of
nowhere
plays in
near as good
coverage.
as Waddle.
Some scouts think he'd be better suited for safety, but Bullock insists he wants to be a corner. Being that tall didn't affect his 40 time whatsoever.
Most want him on.
He clocked a 4.33, which is one of the big reasons he's getting selected where he is here in the first round. Despite the small school background at Tuskegee, he played very well at the Senior All-Star game, which helped his draft stock immensely and made all the naysayers forget where he went to school.
I'm Dick Duran, and you're
All
watching
right.
the NFL Network.
Well, there goes Barnes to Green Bay.
Texas Longhorn Kwame Frampton is a top-level tight end prospect who now many scouts are actually
Green Bay
saying
has their
is more
quarterback,
of a receiver hybrid.
Morgan
So we'll have
Barnes.
to see where his final NFL position is. Regardless of what position Frampton is
Now,
labeled
how good
on
is
the
Rodgers
depth chart,
in this
safe to say he'll be making
game?
big plays at any position. A naturally gifted athlete.
Yeah,
with a
Spragan is
39-inch
falling. He was
vertical jump
projected
and a
to go to us.
4.47 40. Frampton also led Texas in receiving this past season with over 1,200
Brian
yards
Brom
and
and Aaron
10
Rodgers.
scores. The only downside with Frampton is despite his size, he's not much of a blocker. And in the NFL, coaches hate when their receivers don't block.
I'm Gary Kubiak, and you're watching the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers, a backup NFL quarterback.
Morgan Barnes probably has the best arm in this year's class. He impressed a lot of scouts with his performance at the ball speed drill. His performance during last year's college football season was just as impressive.
To Jacksonville.
Barnes led USC to the Pac-10 title and
Can I play him both ways? I doubt it.
His favorite connection was with fellow first-rounder Kendrell Kennison. They hooked up for 12 touchdowns on the year. Morgan Barnes has one big issue with him, though. His personality clashes with some coaches. His father was his coach all through high school, and he's already on his third offensive coordinator at USC. It's a red alert in my mind.
Brandt's off the board, by the way, at tight end.
Somebody like
no
this,
surprise.
with that much
I thought
talent,
he'd be gone.
can work through it.
There goes Nedney.
Boise State's Jacob Flynn is a versatile fullback-tailback hybrid. He plays the game with great passion and intensity and is a team player that will do anything a coach asks. Flynn runs solid routes and displays receiver-quality hands. He's a very rough and tough inside runner. He also displays world-class work ethic and toughness. He's got outstanding intangibles. Flynn is perfect for any football team. Who doesn't want a guy like Jacob Flynn fighting for them on every
Let's
down?
save quick. All right, so we're going to the second round now. And this is where we're hoping to go defensive tackle. And I'm pretty sure that Butler and I can never remember his name. I'm pretty sure my two favorite options are available. Or no, is Leroy Young taken? Let me just save quick. Yeah, Travis Baldwin. That's who I was kind of thinking we'd end up with here. Oh yeah, this draft's a lot better than Madden's. Everything about the whole draft process is better. Did it freeze? Yeah, oh, wow. Don't do that. Don't do that. It takes a while sometimes for this stuff. I don't think Madden needs the scripted classes. I just think that they need to continue expanding upon different archetypes at positions and not just having players, you know, like all possession receivers being the same or all route runners being the same. Like just more overall variance. That's one of the issues. Madden drafting has very little variance. Like players that are extremely good in two categories, but are mediocre at everything else.
They're trying to trade down.
I don't care. Thornton's off the board. All right, Dallas traded up. Getting closer to our pick. I'm not trading up.
The Raiders are trying to trade down.
Too bad. Patriots, Harper, and now Chicago, Perez. Here we go. We're back on the clock, and the player I want is available. I do not want to draft Clifton Demps. He was an okay prospect, but not who I thought would be best. So again, we're turning down the GM.
They'd like to trade for our pick.
Yeah, I bet they would. What are the opportunities here to trade down? 69. I'm not going down far. I'm at 36. Yeah. Those aren't very good trade downs. We know what we want to do here. Top player right there. That's who I want. Travis Baldwin. Kenneth Shell is still available, a speedy wide receiver. Franklin McLemore is also available. Artis Drexler. I was curious about some of the offensive linemen. I know I have 6 minutes to make my pick here. There are some good offensive linemen. Daquan Holiday. Motor, strength, durability. That's learning, though, is just a 60. But Baldwin's only a 65. I want to add a D tackle. But maybe I can do better right now than Baldwin, even though I really wanted him. That learning is just very concerning. Looks like the chat's thinking Dahl right now. I have 4 minutes and change to go. Jeremy Dahl. Mean streak, 95 learning. The Jeff Saturday comp. Yeah, he'd probably be a pretty good player, and I like players with a high ceiling here. Let's upgrade the O-line. Franklin McLemore has 85 learning. I didn't get quite as much info, but we know he's extremely strong, and that's reflected in 3 different ratings here. He's 24. Dahl's 23. .88 learning here at tackle and a good run blocker. Verdell Ross. Didn't get as much information there. Yeah, if Baldwin's learning was a bit better, that would be perfect. All right, 3.5 minutes to go. Hey, the Bengals are going to use up the entire clock when they select Joe Burrow, so leave me alone. The chat loves Dahl. Absolutely loves Jeremy Dahl right now. I think McLemore's better. Dahl has higher learning. McLemore's is already 80. It's 85, which is high. A lot stronger. Dahl might have the highest ceiling. Ooh, this is tough. Second pick in NFL head coach 09. What do we do? If I don't take Baldwin, I'm probably failing that goal, which I'm going to fail some goals. Or do you go playmaker? Kenneth Shell, 65 learning, no. Two minutes to go, everybody. Or do we go tackle even? Jeff Schaffer. Oh boy. 2 minutes. We're going to go Travis Baldwin. He's my favorite interior pass rusher. The learning's low, and I'm guessing I'll learn a lot about the learning rating here, whether this works or not.
Standing only 6'2", 290 pounds for a tackle, he more than makes up for it with his outstanding, almost linebacker quality speed. He's as explosive as they come at the defensive tackle position. His specialty is rushing the passer. Even though he checks in at under 300 pounds, Baldwin still displays great power, as evidenced from his 37 reps in the bench press. At 19 years old, Travis Baldwin has a world of potential still yet untapped. He's still growing. He could be a monster.
They just said... Schefter just said he was 19 years old? Kane O'Mac, what's going on, DJ Self? I just drafted what Schefter said was a 19-year-old edge rusher, or pass rusher. Is he on the roster yet? I didn't think he was 19. Nope, not there yet. I haven't signed him. There's no way. But so far, we've gotten to the draft, and I went Demario Waddell with our first pick. We've gone defense with our first 2. So now I'm kind of thinking I want to go to the offensive side of the football and try to make a difference. I believe the best way to do that is going to be with the offensive line. And right now, I don't want to trade up. We already have one pick we're not able to make because we don't have it. Our 7th.
The Redskins are trying to trade down.
I guess we have a chance to trade up here, but I'm guessing, yeah, I'm not giving up 3 picks to move up right now. I like where we're at. Yeah, I can save the game. Oh. I was very confused there for a moment. I think our next pick will likely be offensive line. We'll see how everything falls. Yep, my approval's up because we nailed a goal to get an 85 overall defensive tackle. So let's keep it going. Lacey's off the board to Minnesota. 1,300 viewers here on NFL Head Coach 09. Thank you all for being here. I hope you're having fun with the series. I know I am.
The Eagles are looking to move down.
It's been a fun game to learn more about and to finally experience.
University of Georgia star tailback Kenton Kasem is a multi-talented back who can do just about anything the coaches
There goes
ask,
Heatley.
and at
He goes
a very
to Tampa.
high and consistent level. You can line up Double K anywhere on the field, and he will be the #1 weapon
McLemore's
the
off the
defense
board
needs
now.
to account for. He had over 1,800 total yards for the Bulldogs last season. His hands are elite. He has upper shelf route running ability for any player, not just a running back. He's a bit bigger version of Brian Westbrook, so look for plenty of multi-purpose yards for Mr. Double K in the future.
Thank you for the super chat. Pray for my wife. She got the COVID. I'm very sorry to hear that. Oh, man. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah. Man, I don't know what to say. Yeah, that can't be a fun...
Coach, they
thing
want to
go
trade
through.
down. Are we interested?
Yeah, prayers up, man. Hopefully all goes well and
Coach, they're
she gets
taking
back
offers
to
for their draft
100%
spot.
here soon. What happened? Oh. That's right. Day 1 used to have the first and second round. I was so confused. I was like, did I just skip the draft? But no, we're here. Still not looking to trade up. Not in this draft. Alright, good start. And we have a suggestion to go right tackle. Stefanian Smith. He go to LSU?
I suggest we
Yep.
get this kid.
We didn't do a ton of scouting on him, but we do have a little information. Dahl is still there. Wow. And I could have taken him earlier. That would be a big upgrade. I love going with the best player, even at a position that's, you know, not super important, I guess. I don't know. I think center is important, but it's typically one of the positions that's not valued as much. I think we'll pass here on Smith.
They're looking to trade up.
Yeah, a trade down, though. I mean, potentially 68's where we're at, but futures. Future doesn't do me good right now. Drexler or Dahl. I've already gone defense twice. Keep in mind. Artist Drexler will go soon. Jeremy Dahl. It's hard to pass on 95 learning rate here. I mean, if you weren't taking Dahl and you were just going to take Drexler, he's at unknown learning. I didn't go far enough to find out. I'm sure he's going to be a fantastic player. Man, that's super tempting to go Drexler here. What do I have at center? Scouted. I did like Noel Fox, but he's not like a high ceiling guy, just an okay player. The chat loves Dahl. There are some Drexler fans, though. A wide receiver, a position we haven't addressed yet. Dedrick Houston, didn't scout him much. Turner, not much information. There's Derek McBride, who could be okay. Ooh, Drexler. Could be a game changer. Wow. Man. Drexler is the sleeper. He's only 21. Oh, man. We'll go Jeremy Dahl. The center with a very high ceiling. We got to boost the offense here, and the O-line had some needs. Defensive end is not a need right now. We have some pass rushers there. I'll show you here. I almost went for it. This defense has Jamal Anderson at 23 years old, and his learning is 78, potential is 83. So he could be a good player on this team for a while. And then there's John Abraham, who's a veteran. There's certainly room for Drexler. He's still out there. I'll consider a trade up using like futures. Not too many futures. A future 2 for Drexler? The second round pick. I kind of want to offer that just to see if they'll take it. Because I think you have to be worried about Drexler going with any pick right now. That's not going to cut it. They would want our 6 this year, a 4 next year, and a 2. That's a little too much. Let's see if he falls a little bit. Yeah, I think Vic Beasley's a great comp for him. Cable. Now it's Philly. Smith.
They'd like to trade down here. What do you think?
Where do we have to come up from? Oh, the 4th. 5, 6, and next year's 3. Do I want to just sacrifice all the depth in this class, though? I'll keep the 2 and the 6 next year on the table. the 6th this year, I would have no 7th. I get 2 more picks in this class. Okay. We moved up. We gave up next year's 2. And we are on the clock.
This is who I see us drafting.
You're wrong. For the 4th time in a row.
All right, we've got teams interested in our pick.
I just moved up. Oh, wow, they have a poll on there saying, was so-and-so a good pick? That is so cool. We're moving up, though, for Artist Drexler. We're adding some real defensive talent this offseason, everybody. Wow. Drexler is coming to Atlanta. I'm fine trading up a 2nd-round pick. That's not an issue for me at all. But now with all these needs taken care of, maybe we can trade down in the 4th. Maybe we can trade down and make a couple extra 6th-round picks or something to help fill out the bottom of this roster that's so thin and we have no money to sign. At this point, I feel good about
the
who we
Redskins
have
are
on
trying
the
to trade down.
Trading up. Let's see if he does it again next Sunday. Yeah, I mean, the class Blackjack made for this past year is going to have some pretty tough decisions, I imagine. I'm going to have an early pick that I did not expect. I just, can I advance 1 pick? Because I accidentally made that all go away. Grab Lacey if he's still there in the 4th. Oh no, Paul Lacey I think went in the 2nd round. Thank you for the super chat though. Yep, I'll save. Why not get McBride? I mean, I just think of him as like a number 3 receiver, and that's what we need. But I just kind of want to trade down and acquire some more depth. We still have to sign like 10 players. I don't want all 10 of those players to be like undrafted free agents or something because we're not going to have any money. So I'm thinking if we can trade down and end up with a couple more day 3 picks, we can fill out the roster a bit better. Here's what happened at the draft. Demario Waddell, Trevis Baldwin, Jeremy Dahl, Artist Drexler. Wow, I love it. This is an amazing class. Do I not have any trade down offers? Oh man, I want to move down. Shell was taken. I guess I have to make a move here.
This is my top pick here.
Oh, now we got it.
They'd like to trade for our pick.
Please give me some decent trade downs here in the 4th. 5-5-6. I think that's exactly what we're looking for. 2 5s and a 6. We'd fall to 152 though. We're not picking for a while. The 5th round we already have is a late one. A 5 next year. We get a 7th this year. Oh, those are futures there. So I would prefer... The Steelers package gives us this one. 8 picks earlier than Detroit's. We would get a 7th and then a 5th future. Lions give us a 5th future and a 6th future. Ask teams to increase? Yeah, that's a good call. What if I ask Pittsburgh to increase their offers? We've upped our offer. Now it's a 5, 6, and a future 5. Let's ask the Lions to counter. Nope, they're not moving. Future 4 and 7. I have more offers to pick from here. I could get 2 picks this year. This is 135. That's not as far to fall now. Yeah, let's go with that one. We'll see if they'll increase it. They did. A future 4. Let's go. Let's go. We're accepting. So we pick up a 7 this year and a future 4. So we replaced our 2 with a 4 next year. We now have a bonus pick. I'm okay with that move. Having to make a lot of on-the-fly decisions here. It's fun.
The Broncos are trying to get somebody to take their draft pick.
I bet.
The Redskins are trying to trade down.
Next year's 7, were they both futures? So I'm sitting on 2 5s right now. That's okay. Okay. Didn't see it was a future 7. So I have 3 7s next year, 2 4s, no 2. So I can still make 2 picks this year. I might even be able to trade down with that second 5th round pick. I think I'll make this next pick I get. And then depending on how the board looks, I could trade down again and try to get a couple extra picks. But I'm happy where it ends up here. If I have a 6-player class, I'm okay
They're trying to move down
because we've gotten so much value out of it so far. I haven't even been checking who's been going off the board either. Is JJ Ferguson gone?
The Broncos are trying to get somebody to take their draft pick.
We're getting close.
They're trying to trade down.
Almost there, everybody.
Coach, they're taking offers for their draft spot.
I don't care.
The Jets are looking to trade down.
I'm here. We have a quarterback suggestion. Bernard Ellis from Stanford. He has a below average arm. We know he has 82 throw power. Once again, no thanks. This could be a spot to take a wide receiver. That's certainly something we need to address. What do we have as far as players that we've scouted? Darius Randall, Tristan Kinney, Ricky Murphy from Toledo. Big playability. Might be a bit early here, but I think he'd be a perfect player to take late. Big playability, elusiveness, juke. His learning, though, is 49, maybe not. All right, let's go back to the top here. Darius Randall, plus speed. 50 learning isn't great. 66 catching. We can certainly do better than that. Safety, something else we could consider. Jesse Howard compared to Will Demps. 24 years old, jumping, pursuit, conditioning. Oh, Dino. He's still available with his 88 learning. I wonder if I can move him to safety. Probably doesn't have the cover skills. Man, Dino. I just think that with Curtis Lofton on the team, I don't know how necessary this would be. But he's certainly arguably best player available. We're going to use our time here, so I guess we'll consider Dino. How about CJ Tucker from LSU? Didn't ultimately get enough info here. It'll be hard to top Dino in this spot, though. How about that tight end? Scouted Thomas Fisher, slow. Stacy Miller's also slow. So CJ Tucker is like the highest rated player available. Good conditioning, durability, and jumping. Dino might be the best pick here. Kinney was the next Hester. Tristan Kinney from Akron with a 62 catching. Yep, kick returner. Catching is just so low for him. 28 learning. Looking for learning here. It's not at wide receiver. All right, I think Dino is the best pick we can make here. Dino Peters from New Hampshire is our 4th round pick, or 5th round pick. I'm pretty happy with that so far. By the way, the audio isn't even coming through now. I'm not even sure what happened. I think the audio might have glitched out. I'm getting nothing on my end. Let me save it quick. This thing's going to crash any minute. How many quarterbacks do you have? Only one. My favorite backup went like day 2, so I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. Chiefs made a trade. Oh, that's a draft trade. Yep, Matt Ryan is my quarterback. But I have to have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. It's like required now because of my quarterback coach. But I love our draft class so far. We've gotten all players that I've been talking up these last 2 days streaming the offseason. Xavier Short still on the board? I have him written down. I wonder about Tony Juckett. Can I move Dino to left outside linebacker? Yeah, Tiger fan, I probably will. I'm guessing Curtis Lofton will hold down the inside, and then, you know, maybe Dino is the replacement for Keith Brooking. I want to get to within a couple picks of ours, then I want to see if there's like a best available remaining. So I can see if I want to make a pick or if I want to make a trade. So let's just get to here. And let's see the draft board. What's left? Because I wouldn't mind, you know, a flyer on CJ Tucker. We need some safety depth on this team. Xavier Short. Is he here still from Valdosta? He is. Big playability, low learning. 60 catching. So I wouldn't rank him as high then as Tristan Kinney. Let's see. Was Grant Christensen the kicker I liked? 86 kick power. I thought there was a kicker I had more info on. Is it Reeves? 75 accuracy, 94 kick power. I think I'll at least take a look at the trade options and see if they give me something that I can't refuse. Neil Redman, 85 throw power. Did I ever find the accuracy? I know his deep accuracy is low. Alan Hester has 88 throw power. Very low learning. 73 accuracy. Yeah, my kicker contract is non-guaranteed. So I can save around $2 million if I have to by cutting Mike Nugent. I purposely made it non-guaranteed. I wish I could sort by scout it here. Is there another spot I can, like scouting results or something? Are there day 3 mocks? No. Alright. Yeah, I could look at tight end. I guess I forgot about that. Although it'd be for a 3rd tight end. We'll just see. I spent some time scouting these guys. I know that a lot of them are just blocking tight ends. 71 speed there. 87 speed, 56 learning. Late in the draft. Might be worth a flyer. Tony Juckett. Maybe I could try trading down. How far are we into this stream now? We are sitting at 3 hours and 7 minutes. Fun stuff, everybody. And we're on the clock. This may shock you, but I'm not listening to my GM here either. And I will look for trade down opportunities. We're at 157. We could get the Vikings next round, next year's 6. If I could get both picks this year, I have a lot of interest in that. And that's where I could do it, right there. Six and 7. Can you tell the frame rate's dropping? It's like NCAA 14 when like everything goes in slow motion. Whoa. 2 7s this year and a 6 next year. The players I'm targeting are probably more 7th round prospects anyway. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, this is really slowing down. So next year, I kind of like the idea of just a general draft strategy of like getting rid of your 2nd round pick and loading up on day 3. Always keep your 1st round pick, get rid of the 2nd, keep your 3, and then load up on the 3rd day. Yeah, I have a feeling this thing is going to just crash any moment. Like, the frame rate's dropped, the audio is completely cut out. This game needs to be rebooted. But we're not doing that right now. Although it says, you know, do not turn off the power to your system. It's tempting to turn off the power to my system. Should I close the app and reopen it? I could hang out with you guys for a few minutes until that happens. Or do a bathroom break. Wait, they got 3 picks from me? Did they really? Let me check my draft picks quick. They shouldn't have gotten much. They gave me 2 7s and a 6. This is taking an awful long time to load here. Yeah, I mean, look how long this saving is taking. Yeah, it'll take a few minutes. once this wraps up, my GM or whoever's on screen just keeps talking over and over and over again. All right. I'm going to close the app. I'll be right back. If you want to take a few minutes for a bathroom break or to grab a snack or a full-on meal, that's cool too. All right. I will be right back, everybody. Allow me to reset. I'm not going to reset the whole system. I'm just going to reload the app. How loud is the PS3 right now? It's actually not. It got loud earlier. Actually, I think last night it got a little loud. But it's been fine. Wait, it just did that beeping thing when I shut off the app. I think that means the console's shutting off. Nope. Yeah, the PS3 is showing its age today. Waddell equals Nate Bell? Perhaps. Thank you, Tiger Fan, for the super chat. Who trades for Ngakoue? I still wonder if the Eagles can make it work. That's the team that makes the most sense to me. All right, I'll be right back. Is anyone still here? Hello? Yep, just restarted the app because the game was running super slow. But all good. Taquan Layton is far from the worst quarterback in channel history. He's far from the worst quarterback of that series. I think we know who that title belongs to. All right. We've returned. I'm getting pretty hungry, fellas. Pat McChesney. Oh my goodness. I started him once. I started him. It's the 6th round of the draft, everybody. And wow, things are moving so much better now. I have no food in my office right now. None. I haven't had cashews in weeks. I also have a gigantic container of peanuts. I could go for a good cookout right now. That sounds good to me. I need some barbecue, man. It's been a few weeks now. The barbecue in Texas is next level. I just found this. Is this a new series? It's less than 2 weeks old.
Coach, they're taking offers for their draft spot.
Yep, I just started playing this a couple weeks ago. It's a game that many have wanted me to play for a very long time, and I'm finally giving it a chance. And because, like, I don't know much about the game itself, I never played head coach, you know, when it was new or anything, the stream has been here to help me make decisions and steer me in the right direction, and I think it's been a really good time. I'm glad I've done it so far.
I just got the word. The Eagles are looking to move down.
I've never had KC barbecue. I wish that when I was going through KC, you know, driving to
They're interested
Texas
in trading
and whatnot,
down.
to come down here, that I would have stopped, but I never stopped in KC. I think I stopped at a Quick Trip in KC. That was about it.
The Chiefs are trying to move down.
I have thought about Twitch, but for now, like, I like being on YouTube to stream, and I have all my subs here and everything. Like, there's no effort into building up the platform. That's nice. When you change platforms, your numbers don't just stay the same. Picks are coming up, everybody. Let me see where we're at right now in terms of draft picks. We have our 2 7s, and then next year a 1, a 3, 2 4s, a 6, and 3 7s. That's perfect. I love the sound of that. And they're very close to each other, and that's probably going to be how we end this.
This is my top pick here.
Alfred Garrett. Plus agility, elusiveness, no return ability or break tackle ability, low learning, 82 speed. I think we're going to do better. So once again, turning down my GM.
They'd like to trade for our pick.
Stevens, 6'7", wide receiver, total sleeper, your type of player. All right, thank you for the super chat. Stevens. Oh, did it get sent twice? Well, thank you for the super chats. Is he all the way at the bottom? He must have already been taken. Stevens. Did he just go? Huh. Well, the safety I was interested in is surely long gone. I still have Marco Dawkins here. He has decent learning, it says. I don't know the true grade, but he can learn. 70-man, 76 zone. You can certainly do worse at safety, and he's a good athlete. So that's a slam dunk pick. Marco Dawkins. Eastern Carolina. Whatever happened to Ben Tate? Oh, he went to the Vikings for like 4 games, and then he might have gone to one other team, and then career just kind of ended from there. I expected a lot from him when he was leaving Houston.
They want our draft spot.
I'll humor it. 2 7s next year. We can't go much higher. Alright. What happened to Vedvik? I forget whose practice squad he eventually got signed to, but he just didn't do well with the Vikings in preseason and got cut. We still haven't gone wide receiver. We could now. Mario K has good speed and athleticism. Ooh, what do we got here? Agility, juke, and spin. But not much returnability, apparently. Backup quarterback? Yeah, that 5th round pick that they gave to the Ravens was used to acquire Calais Campbell. And that is the circle of life in the NFL. There are only 3 quarterbacks available. They're getting drafted. Peter Collins. Do we want to draft a backup quarterback here who has an above average arm and a below average arm? Both. All right, what are we thinking here? I have to get 2 quarterbacks at some time, by the way. Has a bad and good arm, just for versatility. He's ambidextrous. Okay. Maybe they're onto something. Xavier Short. At least as a return man, a dynamic playmaker here. There was Short. And I think the Devin Hester comp was already taken. Cody, quarterback, or Bishop, right guard. Sleepers if still available. Thank you for the super chat. Cody at quarterback? There are only 3 available. Yeah, definitely not there. Bishop at right guard. Nope, those players are long gone. Alright, we can go with the speedy player here. Get some receiver depth on the team. Xavier Short is the pick, our final of this draft class. There we go, everybody. The draft is just about done. A goal failed. What did I fail at? Didn't find a sleeper? Okay. Maybe because I turned down their suggestions at every opportunity. 64 approval. It's down a little bit here. Now, I know in terms of ratings, I don't think I get an idea until they play a bit. They shouldn't be on the roster yet because they haven't officially signed contracts. We gotta sign them. Undrafted rookies. So I can target up to 5. Each rookie has their own timer that starts once the first bid is received. Well, I definitely want to bring in a quarterback. Let's go Derek Hayward. I think I have to bring in a safety. 32 learning. 22 learning? Goes pretty far down. Garrett if he's there. He has a bid. We're still winning for Hayward. You couldn't keep me from the running backs forever. Still haven't found enough players I'm interested in yet. Dwayne Campbell. I should sign a kicker just to see if we can get an answer that allows us to cut Mike Nugent and make some room. Or no, it wasn't Christensen I wanted. It's Reeves. It's Reeves. I think. 75 kick accuracy. 86 kick power here. Yeah, can I pull that bid somehow? Because I don't want him. I think I just increased the bid. Whoops, I might get 2 kickers. I want to get rid of that one. 2 kickers. Let's see, corner. We'll go for it. Imagine if I could have been with the same team and scouted during the season and got players on my board I actually wanted. We got Hayward. Yeah, it kind of messes with the process when so much of my stuff was spent on players at positions I don't need now that I'm with this team. Strong. Let's go. Nope, I'm jumping in. Lucas is coming to the Panthers, or the Falcons. That's what team we are. Let's see our targets here. Oh, I missed that one. Let's go to Grant. I'm not losing this one. Come on, Green Bay, get out of here. New Orleans, jeez. Bid me up to 400. Go ahead. I'm done. Roger McKinley. Chevin Trailer. Gotta wait it out now for a minute 20. You just subscribed, Curtis? Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. And how many likes are we sitting at here for this Day 2 off-season marathon with the Atlanta Falcons on NFL head coach 09. We're at 368 likes. Can we get to 500? I see it up to 382. Do I have 400? We're at 395. Can I get 4? Come on, give me 4. We can get there. 409. Okay. We're starting to get somewhere with that. 431. A nice jump there. Come on, 5. You guys can do 5. 455. 466 now. Slowing down, hitting the brakes a little bit. 460. Oh, 480. And we're still winning this free agent bid over here. Gotta wait 19 seconds. We're climbing to 489. 498. And 500. There we go, guys. Thank you. Yes, I like to exit. Subscribed last week when I started a Bucks franchise sim. Found your videos and binged watched as I played. Yep. Just throw them on in the background, and I think that like the Bucks rebuild is great for that if you just want it there while you're messing around with your own stuff. Like I watch a lot of content while I make a lot of this stuff.
But I've been told that one of its players suffered a pretty
Fitting
significant
Kane is bidding for likes during free
injury.
agent bidding.
No
Yeah, I
details are
realized that
available
about
at
partway
this
through
time,
DJ
but we'll
Cell.
update you when we have more.
Unexpected injury. Uh-oh. This ain't good. We have an unexpected injury. It's a game changer. Keith Brooking, mild head trauma, walking into a low doorway off the field. No word yet on how long he'll be out. Whoa. Keith Brooking's going to miss some time. That kind of stuff happens periodically. I know on like the show, I've had like this player is unavailable today, or he's unavailable for personal reasons. That happened before in the Twins franchise. We'll do more of the staff development next time I stream. That's an Out of the Park thing. Man, Out of the Park, I need to play that game. When do I get to sign my rookies to contracts here? Not ready to develop staff yet. When it gets closer to training camp, okay. We're going days at a time now. It's flying through. Summer vacation. Coaches don't know what to do. They're just grinding film at home. That was a lot faster than the days leading up to the draft, wasn't it? All right, we're a week out. Need to get these guys signed so they report. All right, Demario Waddell, his rookie deal. This is the one that had me worried, and it's going to determine, you know, if we have to make any moves for saving cap. So it looks like we're going to be looking at around $7 million a year. Or if he gets what he wants, closer to $9 or $8 million a year. That's the #1 deal. I want to come down from there. But I don't want to go too low here. I might just have to stay in this 37 range. A 34 might be risky. I'm okay guaranteeing a large portion of the contract. 18 mil signing bonus, maybe. Let's try this. He accepts. All right. So we got this down a little bit. It's not going to eat up all of our salary cap, but it's certainly eating up a lot of it.
It's that time of year again. Training
No,
camps
it
are
ain't. Travis Baldwin. Basically, after the first round, I'm not too worried about contracts because we're already talking like $1 million per year for second round picks on the high end. Again, I'm fine with higher signing bonuses. Got that one taken care of. Let's save. Derrick Henry's dad. Thank you for the super chat. Been watching your stuff for years. You have helped me through a lot of tough times. Thought you deserved a little thanks in return for everything you've done. Also, you seem bored out of your mind. I'm not bored. I think I'm just like, okay, I know what I want to do. Let's get to it. No, I've had a blast streaming this game the last 2 days. It does not feel like I've been here 3.5 hours. Maybe I just sound bored. Trying to conserve my voice a little bit, perhaps. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm glad my content can help you out. And I hope you're enjoying the stream today. Let's drop this one. Ooh, he's countering. He's countering. Aha, I win again. So I think I'll have enough cap space left over after I get all these signings done to maybe sign a couple like minimum salary vets. Our cap status is in danger. All right, we have 3.6 million in salary cap space. I can always make a little bit more. Starting to think I may have to, at least a little bit. I won't be doing any games today. No, the stream has been like a 6-hour off season between last night and today. Yeah, we might have to trade Ty Law. Might be our best way to save a little money. There we go. Also doing a good job on these negotiations, thankfully. So if we try to trade Ty Law, do we get any offers here? Got to keep in mind these penalties. Keith Brooking. We'd save 7. Ty Law would give us like 1.8 million. It's not much. Is Brooking okay, by the way? His health's at 78%. His head's at 34% right now. But how would the team react if we traded away our defensive captain? We could start out by cutting a kicker. Obviously, I wanted Kurt Reeves. So I think that we could begin there and have like 5 million in space. We could create 2 million by cutting these 2 kickers. Alright, so Nugent won't be on the team after all. Let's see if I can trade Mike Nugent. You know what? We'll just release him. That gives us a little space. I'm not sure we gain enough by cutting Law. I just don't think it's worth it. Now we're sitting 5.09. Our cap status is currently balanced, everybody. I balanced the cap just like that. So good at this game, right? Abraham? I'll take a look. Let me sign Dino Peters quick. Marco Dawkins. Now we're going to our 7th rounders. No guarantee. All right, accepted. Yes, I did make the pick from Washington. We selected Demario Waddle, cornerback. I do like our rookie class a lot. I thought the draft went really well. But I guess we don't really know much about these players yet. We just know the draft information. Not necessarily the ratings that we're getting on the field now. So we've signed our draft class. And now training camp's about to begin. Time is standing still at the moment, apparently. There we go. Training camp is now underway, everybody. 12 days away from our first preseason game against Green Bay. New season goals. What do we have here? Oh, I did a lot of this. I want us to trade for DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Nothing if we fail it. Nothing if we fail this one either. Trade for Jason Spitz. Trade for John Dorenbos, who's on our team. Oh, to trade him away. Okay. Increase Blaylock's play knowledge. This is where I failed with the Dolphins last year. Add 10 new plays before the preseason is over. Don't draft a bust. Those goals are all in progress. All right, we'll take a look at some veterans. We'll be wrapping up here shortly, everybody. Thank you for being a part of it. Fun time today on NFL Head Coach. And we've got some more fun to have, it looks like, in the coming days. Did DeBrickashaw really come up in Blackjack's stream last night? That doesn't shock me whatsoever. Blackjack and I can't get through a standard conversation without referencing football players from, 5 to 15 years ago. I want to see roster breakdown. That should give me all the info I need. 51 players. Or no, we must have had some camp signings because we have 73 players right now. Okay. Not sure they're all good. Yeah, I want to see what's available at wide receiver now. Keenan McCardell, Brad Smith, Dorian Bryant. He is the best route runner available. 94 speed. What do we got for learning? Don't get that information. Dorian Bryant. Not enough salary cap. $80,000 in salary cap available. Not much. Can't make any trades with no salary cap right now. Unless we're trading away players. We got training camp invites. Here are the guys that I invited to camp. This is a mix of street free agents and rookies from all over the country. Alright, so we have our rookies, of course, and then a variety of other players. Do you guys believe in Dwight McCracken from UC Davis? 21-year-old rookie? We'll find out more about Dwight McCracken and all these other rookies next time on NFL Head Coach 09. This has been a very fun experience, getting more familiar with this game and now trying to build a team on it. And I'd say my first offseason went pretty well. But I guess we won't know if that's the case until we get on the field and see if I can get this team headed in the right direction and if my coaching career can last more than 2 seasons. But that is going to do it, everybody, for this episode of NFL Head Coach 09. Thank you all for watching. Continue to leave your feedback. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way with this great game. Have a great day, everybody. And that's where I'll end the episode for the second channel, but I'm still with y'all right now. DJ South, newest member. Thank you very much, my friend, for becoming a member on the channel. The channel member stream yesterday, by the way, is available in the community tab. Now, in that stream, don't leave yet. I'm not leaving you guys. I'm leaving the second channel video at the moment. But I need to pause this. There's something else I want to do. I've been streaming a lot more lately. It's something I want to do, especially, you know, everyone's pretty much staying home for the most part. And this is just something I've really wanted to do during this time, is stream. And we have NFL Head Coach. Head Coach is awesome. We're going to continue it. It's fun. But it's obviously a very different type of stream. I know this is going to be backwards because my webcam's mirrored. I can probably unmirror it for the rest of the stream if it's a quick fix. Transform. Flip horizontal. This is the truth. This is actually... You've been watching a mirrored image of me for 4 hours. This is the truth right here. Because if I'm looking at my TV for gameplay, this is what it would look like. That's why I mirror it. But we've gone back to NFL Head Coach 09. We're also going to be going back to All-Pro Football 2K8. I am planning to do a brand new season, a 1-season series, live with 11 superstar players across the MrHurriicane universe. Now, because I don't have like a 360 copy and a roster editor and knowledge of how to use a roster editor, I can't make like a full 53 edited team. But we're going to return to All-Pro Football 2K8, and we're going to have 11 custom players. We're going to do a live season, and that's going to be another project we're going to work on here. And I've been trying to think of some players that I want on the team, and I think I'm going to do some polls. I'm not sure if I can do them on stream. I can probably just like do a straw poll and link it in the comments, and you guys can interact with it that way. Because I don't even know what quarterback I want on this team. I could go Andy McKenzie, Brandon Warren, Anton Greenberry, J.W. Unger. Those are like my 4 favorite options. You got to throw in Nataki Mason. So if I only have 11 players to pick from, I've taken some notes, and we talked about how we're going to do it in the channel member stream. Sometimes in the channel member stream, I give everybody kind of a peek behind the curtain on ideas I have floating around. And this is one of them we talked about yesterday. So, there are a handful of players that I've currently guaranteed to be on the team. We're going to do 5 offensive players and 6 on defense. Reason being is because I think that 5 is enough on offense. If we have a quarterback, a running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end. That's 5 players. Defense. We're going to have an edge rusher, a D tackle, 2 linebackers, a corner, and a safety. And among the players guaranteed to be on this team are Nate Bell at cornerback, Perry Cummings at running back, and Hayden Jean-Charles at tight end. Beyond that, I'm still debating a lot of players. Right now at safety, I'm considering Sammy Hollins. At receiver, could be Reggie Shepard and Lance Adams. At linebacker, I'm thinking maybe James Huggins and Ahmad Burns. For edge rusher, it was suggested to go with either Greg Kelly or Maurice Collins. And for defensive tackle, we have Maurice Manning and Jarvis Salisbury from the Cardinals rebuild franchise. Now, I think I'm going to do some pulls in spots where I think that whatever you guys pick would work for me. But for sure, Nate Bell, Perry Cummings, Hayden Jean-Charles. But I think I'll let you guys pick the quarterback and a lot of the remaining options. I wish I could do more than 11 custom players, but it's just the limit in All-Pro 2K8. But I think we'd have a great time with that anyway. It would be a lot of fun to stream, and it would be great to edit down for the second channel. I think it'd be a blast. And it wouldn't be a super long series. I think we'd come on and stream 2 games, take a couple hours, shorter than head coach, and be on our way. Maybe do 1-game episodes on the second channel after 2-game streams. Will it be like 1 iconic player from each series? Not necessarily 1 from each, but they're going to be like the most iconic players that I can really make work on All-Pro. Now, what makes the players unique on All-Pro 2K8 are you give them 3 abilities that give their player kind of a personality. So for Perry Cummings, there are a couple different speed-related upgrades. I'm probably going to make him one of the 3 available, or 4 available, I forget, silver players to get 2 upgrades. Because I think I can sum up Perry Cummings with 2 abilities, 2 speed-related abilities. For Nate Bell, I might make him a gold player and give him 3 abilities. For like lockdown man coverage, great hands for interceptions, and maybe just another sticky coverage ability. For Hayden Jean-Charles, probably catching traffic, sure-handed. I'm not sure exactly when this is going to start, but it's something else I'll be working on building here. Still doing head coach. That is the focus of streaming right now, but we're going to play All-Pro Football 2K8. Thank you, Jamie. Mason, Nataki Mason was one of my favorites as well. I think that out of franchise drafted quarterbacks, I haven't done better. Jay Russ, I'm concerned about the Vikings, especially if, this whole situation with the virus and everything, life ain't normal right now, to put it simply. And, for NFL teams, after the draft, they want to have the rookie minicamp. They want to have OTAs. And getting rookies up to speed is going to be tough this year. And players unfamiliar with scheme. And the Vikings have already created so many holes defensively. We could see, the second worst Zimmer defense this year. It's very possible it has some stiff regression. They've already lost their top 3 corners. They're probably going to lose Anthony Harris. They're going to lose Everson Griffin. Secondary needed to step up, and they've taken 3 steps back. But that's going to do it for me today, everybody. Thank you for being here. Nearly 4 hours again on the live stream. I'll have some more NFL head coach coming your way later this week. tomorrow, if you missed anything from the off-season, I will have the off-season on the second channel. I edited yesterday's stream already. I'll edit this one and add it on. Thank you for being here, everybody. It's been great. Can't wait to do it some more. Helping pass the time. At least for me, I know that. 4 hours, that was a blur. Did not feel like 4 hours. 4 hours of live NFL Head Coach 09. Stay safe. Take care of one another. And I shall see you all next time. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.